about Scream and Yampy, but Link, man. Link has bailed Liquid out of a lot of situations this event. And he's not the one that usually you'd look towards, right? He's stepped up massively in my eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say Link was pretty clutch in the past. He was, always good for a couple of them. He'd bail him out of occasional scenarios, but yeah, the elevation has been pretty notable. And my eyes go towards Sliggy here as to what he can do to adjust this, because it has been a run-through at the moment, and the issue becomes, well, what if Fnatic just hit the switch now? This gives that momentum right back over towards the other side. Fnatic could then go, we'll just throw a couple of curveballs. We're already 6-1 up. Maybe take a little bit of a higher risk, but how are they going to counter it if they don't even have an idea on what we're doing now? So we'll have to wait and see how this goes down. Sliggy able to talk to the boys on Liquid to maybe try and talk through a couple of concepts, a couple of ideas.
So guys, welcome back for this live stream
and slow down these Fnatic takes. And it looks like
आज भाई
Yampy might be
मैच
going
था,
for an Aggie
that's why
at the start.
मुझे स्ट्रीम करना पड़ा क्योंकि ये दोनों ही टीम बहुत अच्छा खेलती है भाई. टीम लिक्विड और फैनाटिक. बट यहाँ स्कोर चल रहा है बाइंड में 6 और 1. फैनाटिक ने 6 राउंड भाई अटैकिंग में निकाल लिया है भाई. अभी चलो देखते हैं क्या है, ये लोग जीतेंगे या नहीं जीतेंगे. मैं तो चाहता हूँ फैनाटिक जीते भाई. फैनाटिक का भाई मिस्टी को मैग्नम भाई बहुत सैक से यार, बहुत सैक.
Stay put for the time being. Oh, Cryptics. Oh, he nearly had the snake bite out.
That could have been a disaster either way. A 1-for-1 trade. I guess he'll be somewhat okay with that rather than being caught with the util in hand. Now Yampy's still on the site though. He's seen nothing from Shower's push through just yet. Isolates one on shore. He readjusts position. Wants some more boasters there. They know he's there. Yampy! Destruction at his hand so far. They need a little more. Need to put the closer on this round. Misses it on towards Mystic, but Soulcast by his side. And Soulcast keeps
nice
the
round
safe.
यार.
The adjustment
रियल ने भाई बहुत प्यारा
worked at
राउंड
least there,
निकाला है
whether it
भाई.
be
बहुत
Yampy
ही
providing
प्यारा
a couple of
राउंड
big
निकाला
ones,
हुआ है.
or just simply right place, right time. Seems to have worked.
That was again
crazy.
I think Magnum's so keen to isolate that 1 kill on side, but Yampy goes under.
अगर जेट मिस कर जाती ना यहाँ पर
default and triple right there.
तो भाई ये राउंड
again, just a relay of information from Soulcast. Yampy finds
खतरे में था राउंड.
Through the smoke, or through the wall, I
nice.
should say, sorry. Onto Boaster, really, really nice recovery there.
Scream भाई.
Here's that reactive seeker.
Liquid का scream भाई बहुत जहर है वो.
Yampy posted up now. He might actually find early on the
देखता था भाई पहले.
Diligent.
अभी भी कभी कभार चला लेता हूँ.
Dry peek that again.
Scream अच्छा खेलता है. Scream का एम भी बहुत मस्त है भाई.
Oh, so yes!
Oh भाई.
They were so hyper focused towards trying to deal with Yampy, pushing him back and back and back. They didn't account for Soulcast, who's still a problem. So's Yampy and Liquid. This adjustment is sublime. And now Boaster. What can you do with this one? One's fine, but it's not enough for a round.
Double pick हो गया.
Finally making a bit of a statement after being absolutely
TL थोड़ा स्लो खेल रही है, but जो भी है सही खेल रही है भाई.
Soulcast
6-3 कर दी है भाई 6-1 से.
All that focus.
Yeah, really, really well played. And again, for Yampy to get out and
यहाँ पे Sky ने बहुत प्यारा 2K निकला है भाई.
They were so keen to close the distance on Yampy. It was a little bit lazy on the push, I gotta say, and Soulcast absolutely punishes them for it.
Good job, guys. Good job. Let's go.
I mean, I'm glad I mentioned it when I did, because it took 6 rounds for Liquid to really get anything strung together last time, and now they're going to get 2 on the board in very comfortable fashion, confident fashion. Looked in absolute control there. Again, the previous round, sort of, again, 2 kind of really nice baits to put Yampy in a position where he goes unchecked to find that opener. Fnatic actually going to put the brakes on now. Cool attack time out of their own.
If you're kind of playing along at home, great deals of success on the other side, and I think they're going to post Yampy right up there, maybe predicting Fnatic leaning back into what was working prior. However, if Liquid have their minds in the right place as well, I'm sure they're going to be aware of these adjustments. Fnatic so they come back in with now. This is just the mastermind game it's just that game of chess. Both trying to counter each other's next step, both trying to be hyper aware of it, and also put your point man in the right place. I mean, Yampy has been a game changer in a couple of these rounds. One, yeah, the judge round was one of the earlier ones they actually garnered, and now this op coming into play, the play with Soulcast, he's been pivotal in some of these.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, just to be in that kind of position to pivot off Yampy, kind of taking so much attention in the early round. Oster's buying an op. Okay. All right, let's see it. Oh, Yampy actually swings all the way down there. A rare miss actually. I feel like he was in a good position to punish Durka. But a rare miss from him nonetheless. We'll retrieve that orb on B long. Actually now, you see Yampy's head all the way back towards A heaven now. Rejoin Soulcast and Cryptix on A site.
Maybe I want to see what Fnatic do with this, because Yampy's already hit that rotation towards A. He's a super versatile upper. He's going to be around the map constantly, but I wonder if there's a look to come back in. Boaster on the AWP as well is unique.
Hi bro.
Like that slow take towards
Scream
B.
play god level.
Underway for now.
भाई स्क्रीम प्ले गॉड लेवल पता है, बट स्क्रीम के सामने स्क्रीम जैसे ही बंदे हैं ना यार, यही तो मैटर है. कोई मतलब अनदर बंदे तो नहीं है जो रैंडम खेलते हैं. भाई तगड़ी टीम है यार, दोनों टीम तगड़ी है. कोई जज नहीं कर सकते यार, कोई जज नहीं कर सकते.
This could be a late round fake, isn't this? Surely.
I mean, Spike said
इन लोग ने बहुत लर्क किया भाई, बहुत लर्क किया है.
Noted where
अभी टाइम नहीं है.
Scream just now biting, but again, Link playing deep enough. He's going to get that audio cue, so he pulls Scream right back. And Yampy already on the rotate here.
अरे हगा भाई, स्क्रीम ने हक दिया भाई, स्क्रीम ने हक दिया.
Yeah, but does Link swing on this?
Oh भाई.
The 3K is just unbelievable. I thought he was
जहर भाई, जहर.
Just leaves him alive for a second. Soulcast is like, don't worry about it, I got you. You've done your work. You're fine.
भाई
I'll come in and do the rest of it. But how did he get 3 out of that? I thought
लिंक
maybe
ने
tonight
क्या
was like,
मारा भाई,
that
क्या
was
फ्लिक
enough,
था
right?
उसका.
I was like,
स्प्रे
okay,
फ्लिक
that
नहीं होता
job
भाई,
done,
जल्दी
tick in the box and move on.
स्प्रे फ्लिक क्या ही किया उसने.
Out of that?
In fact, Link's just like, well, I've got
ये देखना भाई, 1 ये 2 था रेस को, और ये हेडशॉट भाई बहुत ओपी भाई.
Really, really well played from him. And like I said, yes, Scream can drift away because Link's deep enough to find
स्क्रीम
that
हक
audio
दिया था
cue.
भाई, मेरी तो लग गए,
Right
मेरे को तो
back.
डर लग गया था
Yeah,
हार
actually,
जाएगा.
Doma finds Scream first, and Link's the one that ends up
6-4 है, 6-4
holding
है.
down B site.
टीएल कमबैक कर सकती है
Would
भाई.
bring it within 2 rounds. Fnatic a little rattled, I gotta say, in that previous one. Yeah, trying to sell that late round fake, but what do we do here? Again, no early contact shown on the
जहर
side.
मारती है यार, जहर.
And Liquid now, I mean, all they've got to do is not play into this, right? Don't give anything away in the early round. With Yampy finding the kills he is, they can afford to sit back and wait for Fnatic to make a move.
भाई ये बहुत लर्क कर रहे हैं यार, ये इतना होल्ड करके रश करेंगे तो कैसे जीतेंगे.
But there's the pull towards the other side anyway, so Magnum's cleared through showers, going to get towards the orb, I'm sure. And Boaster playing near on contact, that's going to be kind of thwarted, tries to get the wall bang prior.
Okay, Link फिर जा रहा है भाई 2K के लिए.
नहीं
नहीं, एक 1K नहीं यार, इसकी HP लो थी, क्या कर सकता था वो भी.
Quick flash of it, but Mystic outdoes him, still not blinded. But Cryptix is on
Blind में
site.
उसने अच्छा मारी भाई वाइपर
27
ने.
seconds, and Mystic has to check on this one, and he's cleared him. Good
हक
work
दिया
from Mystic
भाई,
on that, but
Cryptix
Scream
ने
now
हक
wants
दिया.
to be involved. A little ahead of Yampy, who's a little bit deeper towards
स्क्रीम
CT.
भाई गंदा फंसा है, 3 जगह से
Scream,
फंसा
let's catch
है.
the headshot towards Magnum, brills it to a 1v2.
नहीं यार,
This one
गलत
needs
फंस
some
गया था.
Yampy magic.
अरे इन्हें साउंड नहीं आया डैश का. वो वहीं जा रहे भाई, दोनों जन वहीं जा रहे. नाइस. जंपी 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 भाई.
A nice round from Mystic again, coming through on that clearance to find Cryptix as well on site, and Fnatic will respond. Scoreline 7-4 now.
मिस्टिक ने भाई बहुत जहर मारा ये
Clash
क्लैश में.
clearance here. And again, I don't think Cryptix actually gave away any sound cue there. He was walking the whole time. I think just
3K
finally
भाई,
made a step
3K
and
ले
Mystic
गया मिस्टिक भी.
decides to full clear him. Now, the problem being with the way the last few rounds have gone, Fnatic now in a position where
7-4
they have
देखते भाई.
lots at their disposal. The Hunter's Fury, the Orbital Strike, the Showstopper, and the Seekers are all available here. And this is when Fnatic
कोई भरोसा नहीं यार,
Scariest.
7-4 है, अभी भी कुछ नहीं बोल सकते गाइस.
have all of these tools, one of their set pieces. Link actually getting that orb as well. He's going to get an Orbital Strike of his own online.
पूका पूरा खाली है. बी पे कोई नहीं है. Oh my god, 4 उधर है.
Play stack towards A.
4 ए पे खेल रहे भाई और ब्रीम
From Liquid.
अकेला है वहाँ पे, लिंक अकेला
Dirk's
खेल
gonna
रहा है.
see maybe one note two. Let's see what he can do about it though. Gonna try and do some
नाइस
damage
फ्लिक्स,
off the back.
नाइस.
There was a tag off it, but
नहीं बट दोनों को डैमेज दे दिया उसने.
Soulcast healed back up, and I'm sure he could sort the
यहाँ
rest
एक
out.
ही है, यहाँ एक ही है लॉन्ग पे.
Here's the next ult from Link.
भाई ये अकेला बंदा भी होल्ड कर रहा है भाई, अकेला बंदा.
A little premature actually on hooker, and Link the only man here on B. He's got to respect this push. I want to see him take the
भाग गया और
say
टीपी
take
मार
the
लिया.
TP,
For the
get
catch.
out of there. What?
नाइस वन लिंक.
Durka caught sleeping
Okay.
almost there, but Link absolutely dominated him.
Yeah, you don't often get that on Durka, but Link's having a series, and that's going to be a now problem to be in the back of the
Dark
lines,
को भी
I'm sure. But now
unexpected था ना
Liquid
भाई
need to
वो
play this
वाला.
back in. 4 players against them. Boaster still has ult, so that is going to be a key
Luka?
element moving forward. Waiting for this one. Early usage wants to get them away from this for now.
Sky गई.
Keep the time building. Catches
Soulcast गया भाई.
Magnum in there, finding Scream. Link on the trade out. Cryptics now. What can you do with this one? Barrel shows. That's another body
नहीं,
added.
नहीं,
Time
भाई.
though. This is a post plant, and that time is dwindling from Liquid.
नाइस राउंड, नाइस राउंड
He
यार.
got plenty of time on the defuse. Somehow in the mix there, I know we were watching Doma get closed down in elbow.
भाई
but
ब्रीम
they closed
अकेले
the
ने
distance on
अल्ट
Mystic
मार
as
के
well.
भाई टाइम
Not sure
वेस्ट
if he
करा
had the
दिया
second
उसने.
snake bite there. He didn't actually
माइंड प्ले देखो
get a
भाई,
look before,
बहुत
but
जहर प्ले किया भाई.
last round comes through and it's going to be 7-5 on the half.
लिंक अगर नहीं जाता भाई टीपी में तो रेस का अल्ट खा जाता.
That's so frustrated if you're Durka. He comes through and again, positionally, in a great position to burst out hooker and force him. Oh, Mystic actually came through.
नाइस अगेन 3 के लिया भाई
Challenge actually. I'm
उसने.
not sure. Maybe reading into that there, he didn't have the
Again,
second
3K.
snake bite available. Saw the
7-5 हो
first
गया.
come through.
राउंड स्वैप चल रहा है भाई, राउंड स्वैप चल रहा है भाई.
That was with
जितने
what,
भी
4
न्यू लोग हैं
ultimates?
भाई चैनल पे
I mean,
प्लीज
Durka
सब्सक्राइब कर
obviously-
देना गाइस, लाइक
obviously
कर
failed
देना.
the link, so the Hunter's Fury wasn't available, but Orbital Strike, Showstopper, and the Seekers for Fnatic there in that previous round.
हैवी होल्ड. हाँ भाई बहुत जहर खेल रहे हो.
Liquid after being kind of downtrodden for the first half of that.
बहुत
first
जहर खेल
half.
रहे भाई.
It's really well done.
फैनेटिक ने लेकिन भाई हैट्रिक 5 राउंड मारा भाई उसने. 6 राउंड मारे हैट्रिक उनने.
That's the challenger's final.
फिर उन लोग
so-
डगमगा गए भाई. भी 5 राउंड इसने निकाल दिए इन लोग ने.
expectations or anything here. I'm hoping Liquid really. I mean, on the back of that.
भाई
round winning
सेंटिनल
the last,
तो अभी
carried
गॉड
that
लेवल
momentum
पे
across
चल
into
रही
the
है भाई.
second
मेरी
half. We can see
फेवरेट टीम
that
है. आया 20
leaning
हाई.
heavily
कोई
towards
न्यू
the
नहीं
side
आया
here.
अभी. ओके भाई. तुम ही तो हो
Spotted
यार.
out by Doma.
तुम्हारे
Look at
वजह
the
से तो मेरा
damage taken
चैनल
off
चल
actually
रहा
down to
है.
52
न्यू
HP,
की
but
क्या
everybody
जरूरत है
else
भाई.
on
न्यू
Liquid
तो
stepped
आएंगे
up this
जाएंगे,
here.
न्यू आएंगे जाएंगे. बट तुम लोग जो हो.
Waiting for the burst on this, or what the plan is. What's the goer? Boaster and CT, Magnum up close, gonna
Nice.
stop one on the cross, gonna be now in trouble. Nice utility on this burst through. Link gonna find Magnum, Yampy towards
ओपी
Boaster.
कंकस
Still
था
one,
भाई
but they
वो.
get checked on.
अगर वो
Liquid
कंकस नहीं होती
very
सेज नहीं
well
मार
refined
पाती.
on this site take, keeping everything in mind and letting Yampy
डर्क आ रहा है भाई, आ
once
रहा है.
again challenge Durka.
जेट लेफ्ट.
Feels the timing's right.
नहीं
Durka is so
bro.
quick on it, but
ओ
Scream just
स्क्रीम
sharp
ले गया
as
भाई,
anything.
स्क्रीम ले गया.
Starting to maybe warm up a little here is now Mystic, the last one alive.
Gonna get spotted out there. That's 17 HP.
लिंक
already.
भाई गलत खेल रहा है भाई.
Right,
बोल रहा
comes
ना
through,
लिंक
actually
बहुत
Scream
गलत
finds
खेल रहा है.
The tag and Liquid. will actually put
Okay,
the pistol round on the
7-6.
board in the
भाई
second
कहाँ
half, so
था
good
round
opportunity here to
6-0.
tie things up straight away.
7-6 आ गए.
Convert this. We'll see if we see any investment on the side of Fnatic coming into this, but Magnum unfortunately here just so much to deal with. Yampy just creating a load of space.
अभी
to
लोग ने
actually
सोच लिया
trap
जब भी
Albert
घुसना है
on
तो
the
पूरा
side.
घुसना है
Magnum
भाई.
got too
कितना
many
फास्ट
hits.
मूवमेंट में लोग घुसे अंदर.
And straight away, finding these kills early enough allows Liquid to get into some really good positions. And again, yeah, Durka finds a nice entry.
Okay,
there onto
तीन
Yampy
जन,
to get
दो
back
का
to,
खेल
but
रहे, देखते
like I
हैं.
said, it's Scream there to greet him the other side of the smoke.
And for Fnatic, any damage would be great. Liquid want to keep this clean. Spike plants all the goodies.
जंपी जाए.
Timing could be a problem. Boaster could do some work on this. Nice. Here's the second
ओ
as well.
भाई.
but Outgunned, so
बूस्टर को
one
देखा
hit, not
भाई.
able to recover any of the weaponry
कमबैक
either.
ओपी वाला. हाँ भाई
Slow
बहुत
progress
ओपी
from
वाला.
Liquid, but it's what they want. They want to try and keep
भाई
this round
बूस्टर
safe.
क्या ही बेट कर रहा है उसे. बट उसके पास क्लासिक थी, सेव राउंड खेल रहे थे ना इसीलिए.
Yeah.
नाइस.
Durka tries to go hunted through showers.
1v4.
The Mystic just left with a shorty.
बाकी है भाई. शॉटी लेके खेल रही है. ओनी शॉटी.
We're going to sit back.
ज्यादा से ज्यादा 1 किल 2 किल निकाल पाएगी. अगर बंदे अगर रश मारती है
In
ना
terms of
अंधा
damage control,
तो
they don't
खत्म.
want Mystic to find anything else here. obviously want to ride through these.
वो लोग B
weapons
में
into
easy
the
plant
next
कर
round.
सकते हैं. Shorty maybe wrong
So, yeah,
choice यार.
Look at now.
Mistake,
Obviously,
wrong choice.
next round going to be coming into it. Well, not Liquid. They're not going to have the blaze. So
Scream आ गया left में.
Thinking back to previous series with how quickly
30
Yampi's
seconds
got
left.
that
Scream आ
online
गया.
for these kind of key rounds.
शायद ले
where
लेगा
it
भाई,
would be
Scream
in the
ले लेगा.
bonus or, yeah, another save
Okay,
round or
Cryptix
something
भी आ
because
गया. Cryptix मार गया भाई.
Mystic just misses
बोला
the time
भाई
window.
Cryptix
Cryptix
मार
will
जाएगा.
Will get picked up. As I said, we'll see how this one plays out. Soulcat's actually one away from the Seekers with Plant.
Fanatic भाई बहुत slow हो गई भाई, बहुत
big
slow हो
tool
गई.
really if
Sentinel
Liquid want to come through
भाई
with a fast sight hit here.
इसको 2/0 बेस्ट ऑफ 3 राउंड में 2/0 मार कर गई है भाई. बहुत ओपी गया मैच और ऐसा भी नहीं कि टफ मैच गया. सेंटिनल के लिए बहुत इजी था फैनेटिक. वो लाइव स्ट्रीम करना मिस कर गया भाई. मैं नेक्स्ट टाइम करूंगा. अभी फाइनल में रहेगा ना सेंटिनल और जो इसमें जीतेगा वो जाएगा फिर फाइनल में. टेंस भाई फेवरेट जहर है भाई मेरा.
Liquid. Holding up towards long together. You do have the Sky on the other side. That can be Magnum.
भाई मानना पड़ेगा बहुत जहर अटैकिंग कर रहे हैं लोग.
Cryptics trying to keep
7-7 कर
Mystic.
दिए. अभी कुछ बोल भी नहीं सकते ना. अभी बाय राउंड सेव राउंड चल रहा था उनका. मे बी ये राउंड कुछ कर पाए वो लोग.
If Fnatic actually set up here to, if they're trying to just
Blinded.
get the sound cue off
Okay.
that at least.
स्काई को मालूम पड़ेगा.
They're almost desperate to contest this orb.
One way.
It's reading into, like I said, whether it be Link or Soulcast making a play for it.
गलत गलत भाई गलत.
Double swing is good. Magnum and Doma working together in tandem. Yeah, Soulcast will retrieve the orb on the
भाई
other
उनका
side.
माइंडसेट देखो डबल पिक
Invested.
लिए उन लोग ने
Try and
आखिर.
hit through onto A on the back of that contact on B.
Nice little catch on this as well.
Still we cannot tell who will win. Yeah
Nice way to
bro.
make it through that.
We can't
Might be
expect
Utility
even.
Sonic is hit down just a touch. Soulcat's going to try and find a way in, and he's done just that. Mystic still waiting, chomping at the bit. Soulcat's going to try and get that spike down. He has, but he
Plant
loses life
करके गई
eventually
भाई,
for it.
लेकिन
The slow burn from Boaster
प्लांट
does
के लिए
come
गई
in.
भाई वो.
And now Scream, Cryptics and Link, this post plant.
कि देखते हैं
What do you
3v5
go
है.
for it? Link gonna put it down. His molly down actually just towards U-Haul.
Hey.
Just keep that safe. And
के U-Haul में 2 जन घुस रहे भाई.
Cryptix is set
Do-
up with the post plant here and see
Healing.
already the first snake bite comes through. Scream gonna come through
You
for
all-
the kill as well. It's a 3v3
स्क्रीम के
right
पास
now.
तीनों
Dirk
भाई
Lowe is
नहीं
gonna
यार.
swing,
डर्क ले
find
लिया,
the
रन इन में
headshot,
ले लिया,
but
रन इन में
Link
ले
is
लिया
alive,
भाई.
still up.
They've got
साउंड
the
दे दिया
upswing
इसने.
on this one,
ड्रीम ने
trying to
साउंड दे
play
दिया
the
भाई. ड्रीम ने
timing
साउंड दे
perfectly.
दिया.
Link
गलत
gonna go
साउंड
back in. He's been clutched
1v3
before, but now the timing's everything.
गया ये
Mystic's
राउंड
just
गया.
fine. The spike's gonna be diffused and Fnatic pull it away.
Closer again. You can
जहर
see
था भाई लेकिन
Scream
बहुत
trying to play
मस्त
that
था
very
मैच.
aggressively. He's just trying to run the clock down. Unfortunately, Link didn't have the molly. I guess it was invested elsewhere, but it was also posted up in lamp. So actually, no, sorry, used the molly in lamps, didn't he? Tried to
जंपी
cut
ने
off
यहाँ
and
पे एक
put it in
स्टेप
for
रॉन्ग
him,
ले
but
लिया भाई.
nice little play and
फर्स्ट
again,
फ्लैश
that's
के बाद उसे
Liquid
रोटेट
reading
मार
into-
लेना चाहिए था. जब उसके बंदे ए पे
Sorry,
उसके
Fnatic reading
उसको
into what
वो
Liquid
टाइम
wanted to do with
रोटेट
this
मार
round,
लेना
try
चाहिए
and
था.
get a couple of ultimates online, get something going. Feel themselves on that one. The first round winner this half, and a nice one again. A good opportunity for Liquid to convert there.
इन्हें पता है भाई इन लोग
Fnatic go
डबल पिक ही
hunting
खेल रहे.
actually on
डबल पिक ही
showers,
खेल रहे.
yeah.
साइड छोड़ के डबल
Dirk
पिक
is
खेल रहे
just,
भाई. रीटेक पे खेल रही है पूरा
Peek
फैनेटिक.
onto the back of his recon bolt, but all 5 members of Liquid stacked up on
वाइपर है ना
short here.
बाइंड पे इसीलिए थोड़ा वन साइड होल्ड कर दे रही है. अगर उसमें से लोग क्रॉस भी करते तो उनको डीके पड़ जाएगा. जंपी अपने पापा को प्रायश्चित करने जा रहा है. नो यार गलत. 38 HP है आराम से.
Looks like it's time to back away, allow the spike to potentially go down and play on the retake now.
Yeah, Dirk are going to reset for the Hunter's Fury as well. You can see the pings coming down on default.
स्क्रीम जाएगा भाई. स्क्रीम जाएगा अगर
First
उसने
leg, actually, they try and retreat. He gets the second as well inside lamps. Lots of
आर्ट
damage
पे
down there by
खेल
Dirk,
गया
actually.
भाई. 4v4 है. देखते भाई कौन जीतता है. स्क्रीम सामने
Dome's position is massive. That
Yeah.
spike now lost. That is huge.
गया.
work
ये
from
round भी
Dome
Fnatic
just to
लेगी
find
भाई.
Scream on the retreat. You can see them just hit the pause. Fnatic played that
2v4.
so well, keeping composed, even with that sight take coming in, leaving Doma to catch that maybe vulnerability, that one opportunity to hit that rotation.
उन लोग को आइडिया ही नहीं है.
Beautiful
फैनेटिक को
work.
आइडिया ही
Now
नहीं है.
Cryptics and
बट लोग
Soulcast.
पोजीशन पे बैठे हैं.
I don't know how you get back into this. There's a double stack, almost triple stack to Otsuka, let alone, you know, you've got Bosa still lingering around, just
Booster hold
making
कर
sure
रहा है
that
भाई
no other threats could come back towards A.
Liquid going to come out. 14 seconds left here. I think Cryptics and Soulcast just in a position where they have to hold on to these weapons now. And you're absolutely right. I mean, all that contact coming
Safe
through.
Doma,
again, he's not idle elsewhere. He's so active and actually
9-7 boys, 9-7
to full on flank market, right? But as soon as Durka resets towards that Hunter's Fury, and again, the tendency is, you know, you fire that down short from the defense.
16 round ले गया भाई alt का.
One player to, you know, consider taking that TP, right? Doma's position perfectly to greet it, and it actually ends up being Scream with the spike. So it's the perfect kill to find in that scenario, but finished. Absolutely love that.
जंपी तो भाई 2 राउंड बताऊं मैं बिन फोकट मारा है भाई. टीम के साथ नहीं खेल रहा जंपी. डुएलिस्ट है भाई, अलग खेलेगा तो फिर राउंड चले जाएगा ना. एक तो वो पूरे टीम में अकेला डुएलिस्ट है वो.
And the switch up on tempo. Look at the pace change from Fnatic. Boaster taking a big fight towards long, claiming 2. This is against rifles.
Again, Fnatic.
We're meant to be the other prong of this piece, but now they're going to have to fall away from this. Maybe look towards leading
comeback होगा. भाई कुछ नहीं बोल सकती ना. Fnatic भी जीत सकती है, TL भी भाई.
So much from such a quick piece.
बट अभी फनाटिक डबल पिक खेल रही है, इसीलिए बंदे ये लोग एक ही रश कर रहे हैं. एक साइड नहीं रश कर रहे ना. अगर एक साइड रश भी करेंगे तो डबल पिक ले रहे ना. ओके 3v4 गलत मूवमेंट देखो भाई मिस्टिक का. कुछ नहीं बोल सकते भाई. 2v3 है, होने को हो भी सकता है. स्पॉटेड फ्लैश पता था. ओ मिस्टिक को देखा भाई. 10-7. मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना भाई, मिस्टिक और डोमा बहुत गलत लेवल खेलते हैं यार, बहुत गलत लेवल.
The aggression in the early round, a triple swing on B long.
And we've seen that in the past. I mean, Scream and Yampi.
ये देखना, ये किल देखना भाई, सीधा जो फ्लिक हेड पे पड़ा ना, बेचारी टीपी भी नहीं मार पाई वो.
Take them away is such a perfect play from Fnatic. This is what we mean about this whole chess game. These two are taking so much note of each other. They're so
alt पे गेम खेल गए भाई, alt पे.
They are in each other's heads constantly. This is a very well considered game. Now Liquid going to go for the tactical timeout this time around here. Probably the right time to be doing so. They could fashion a bit of a weird purchase.
Yeah.
Soulcast sitting pretty, but then 2.1 on Scream. Yampi's fine. Link a little lighter, but we'll have to see what they go for in this regard. Whereas, of course, now we look on the other side. Durka sitting with the op.
Yeah. I mean, maybe not as terrifying as when he's on the jet, but the weapon's scary nonetheless. Yeah, looking at it, and again, ultimate-wise, yeah, they got the.
Guys, chat में बताओ कौन जीतेगा तुम्हारे हिसाब से. 10-7 चल रहा है. Fnatic 10, Liquid 7 पे. कौन जीतेगा भाई बताना जरा. तुम्हारा माइंडसेट क्या बोल रहा है? डर्क भाई ऑफ लिया है.
Fnatic on 11 and then Liquid need to string together 4 rounds.
लिंक अभी भी कंफ्यूज है. सेव करूं क्या बाय के लिए जाऊं? उसके पास अमाउंट ही नहीं बन रहे भाई.
It's about to get pretty arduous. They are buying into this. Sitting around like 1.62k. 2 rifles, ult for Yampi. So they're not coming in completely vulnerable, but certainly outgunned pound for pound with what's coming on the other side.
Showa lineup
off
लिया ना, इसलिए अभी शावर नहीं जा रहा है.
In that regard, and there we go. Hearing Yampi straight towards the knives coming out.
जंपी गलत लॉन्ग आ रहा है यार, डबल पिक खा रहा है फिर भी जंपी गलत जा रहा है वहाँ. शंकर फनाटिक TL फनाटिक. भाई मैं भी चाहता हूँ फनाटिक ही जीते, क्योंकि फनाटिक एकदम मस्त खेलती है यार. It is not eco round. Eco round नहीं है भाई, वो ब्रिम के पास अमाउंट नहीं है उतना बाय लेने के लिए. राउंड तो इको नहीं है, मुझे भी पता है. शंकर फनाटिक, नाइस चॉइस ब्रो. मेरा भी फनाटिक ही है.
Retrieving that orb, and you see now the plan is going to be to end up on this side of the map with Doma and Magnum to hold.
It is a deciding game, bro. कुछ भी हो सकता है. डिसाइड नहीं करोगे तो फिर गेम पे भी जाएगा. भाई हम ही खेलते वैलो, इतनी हमें दिक्कत पड़ती है. जरा सोच के देखो, तुम्हारा गेम अच्छा है वैलो में, ठीक है, तुम्हारे जैसे बंदे सामने जब खेल रहे हो तो क्या होता है वो देखो।
Out of nowhere, just dig them away, and look at the line of defense that Fnatic just forge. As soon as Liquid tried to make that play forward, Yampi found no success with it. The gap couldn't be closed. The smokes go up, and Boaster has this perfect wall with his firing squad by his side. Durka just to seal the deal on this. And Fnatic's rotations were perfect. Yeah, I think it was interesting to see Magnum pop the Seekers there, but it worked so well to buy time for those rotations.
ये वाला बढ़िया था गुरु। 11-7 कमबैक हो सकता है भाई। TL
if there's some contact coming through on long. So I'm actually with you. It kills enough time that, like I said, it's a crucial 3 to 5 seconds to get that rotation going.
ये चौथा राउंड है गाइस, देखना जंपी बिन मतलब मर रहा है भाई आगे रश करके। Fnatic winning, yeah bro, Fnatic winning. It's
smokes off into hooker, at least on the window itself. Now a little bit of a set piece coming on to be here, and it.
फिर देखना भाई जंपी को देखना, जंपी को देखना।
He's not been checked on. This is revenge of the finest.
3-4.
A massive 3K for him. But we are still with 2 players alive for Liquid. It's not over just yet, but it's Cryptic.
ये भी राउंड Fnatic ले गए भाई।
Already beaten and bruised the walking
3v2
wounded,
है।
but Cryptic carries on.
No,
still has his ult
2v2
available as well, so he can try and
होप
make
है,
this as
होप
safe
है,
as
ऑल्ट
he
पे
can.
खेलेंगे।
Investing that now, Spike can be
हुक्का और लॉन्ग पे है।
somewhat uncontested.
For the time being, at least, Soulcast and Cryptics now in a position where they find themselves in a 2v2. A good hold initially.
Nice one, nice one.
But Boombot as well, going to go through.
11-8 हो सकता है भाई।
वाइपर
चली गई।
Soulcast will be dealt with as well. Doma going to close this one out. Fnatic will go to map point.
मैं बता रहा हूँ ना भाई, ये Fnatic के जो 2 बंदे बचे ना, मिस्टिक डोमा, ये नल्ले प्लेयर नहीं है भाई, इनको हल्के में मत लेना भाई। मिस्टिक का एम क्रॉसर उसका ऑन पॉइंट रहता है हमेशा, मैंने देखा हूँ। वाइपर के वॉल बैंक हेड लगा था, बट वॉल बैंक में डैमेज कम लगता है।
Look at that. Again, like I said, the boom boss sent out for a little scout inside that ultimate.
12-7 भाई, 1 to go. Fnatic can win this round.
Now, Liquid will get a purchase together. Light armors, orbital strike, revive available, but nothing else. Mystic in it.
मिस्टिक ने भाई चांस ही नहीं दिया यहाँ पे, चांस ही नहीं दिया भाई मिस्टिक ने।
Yeah, but Yampi's isolated again. Mystic is still alive in between them. He's got a little bit of room, but it's going to be the players behind him dying. Scream's now gone, but Yampi finally
Yampi
gets
का
that
पहला
trade that
round
he
kill,
needed.
पहला
Dirk
kill
goes
आते
down,
हुए।
but Mystic
Nice.
goes hunting. That's a response from Mystic, and it's a big one at that. He's still looking
अरे
forward.
Mystic
There's a
तेरे
player
back.
on either side. He's kind of sandwiched in, but what a nuisance.
Sandwich.
He's protecting that spike. He's going to hold it in his hands. Wait for the support. Time invested.
डोमा है भाई, उसके पीछे डोमा है भाई।
It is Cryptics.
Brim played, yeah bro, Brim played.
Magnum are going to find a kill elsewhere. Just down to 2, Yampi and Cryptics now. Cryptics outside this ultimate. They will actually find Mystic. That's a huge kill here.
गलत।
2v2.
Yampi being able to gather back up with his
होल्ड कर गए थे भाई, वो होल्ड कर गए थे। प्लांट ले सकते हैं भाई, वो लोग प्लांट ले सकते हैं। शावर पे स्काई है, उसको मार के प्लांट ले सकते हैं। ब्रिम बी पे खेल रहा है।
Boaster's on the other side of the map right now. He can take that team.
TL राउंड ले सकती है भाई।
Cryptics though seems cognizant of the chance that's on towards it. Yeah, Magnum now checked on.
प्लांट सक्सेसफुल, प्लांट हो जाएगा, प्लांट हो जाएगा।
Map 1 on the line for this. You're going to see Boaster have to slowly make his way around. Magnum wants in now though.
Cryptics डैमेज है भाई।
He might have done.
ये जाएगा Fnatic, ये जाएगा। पता था Soulcast जाएगा।
With this time is going to be against him, and it's not an easy post plant either.
Brim पूरा बैकस्टेप मारते हुए भाई, पूरा बैकस्टेप।
Allows him to move up close enough, but it's going to be an awkward peak here with the crossfire from Yampi and Cryptics. Clock ticking away. We'll try and find one, but Yampi good for his third on the round. And
12-8 हो गया, अभी भी टाइम है, कमबैक कर लो। कमबैक कर जाओ गाइस।
Distance towards Lampstead, gets all the way back behind Truck actually and finds a kill. And that's on top of Mystic off the rip popping the Viper Spear, just almost not respecting it at all.
But this is a man I want to put it to, is Cryptics playing calm here, waiting for the join back up from Yampi, and didn't overextend, didn't feel as though he had to go early, played the time so well.
Jumpy भाई 5 राउंड का कसर निकाल लिया एक राउंड में।
About to be a round done for because of Mystic's ult, right? Like that was a huge bit of impact. Denied, dissuaded, and now we go back in. 12-8. Buy back in for Liquid. They still got the rifles out. Good purchase. Bit of light armor here and there, but now Yampi's progress beginning towards long again.
Yeah, we always have this discussion though that Liquid
Okay,
if they are going to fight their
minute.
way back into this, they need to be clean rounds. And again, with the buffer Fanatic's built up here on the economy, they've still got a very comfortable purchase on the other side. So they can play the numbers game, they can play the trades. Magnum actually spotted just off default here, and
उसने flash दिया but निकली नहीं उसने.
Boma's gone on.
Nice.
There we go. Finds him.
Nice
Work
round.
from Yampi and a great clear thus far. This is a really well constructed site.
5v1.
That was just picture perfect for them.
yeah, it was very, very slow and methodical.
ये लर्क में ले गए भाई.
Magnum gets isolated, and the clearance is just fantastic.
Nice
And,
round, nice
I mean,
round.
I asked for it. That's about as clean as you could ask for. The Prime Gaming flawless.
12-9, 12-9.
Put them on 9 rounds and a 3-round deficit now. They try and claw their way back into this map 1.
That little bit of spot
Wait,
from
Soulcast? That jump spot was massive.
One enemy
Great
remaining.
work from
डोमा
Yampi.
मार
See
सकती थी
Soulcast
भाई
on
उस
a, you
दो
know,
बार उसका
a
फ्लिक
couple of
गलत
runs
चला
here.
गया था.
Value is certainly showing again. As we go back in 12-9, the money's starting to wane a little for Fnatic, but it's still going to be enough to fashion a good purchase here, down to about 1.1 after purchase. And on the other side, starting to build a bank, but, you know, they just got to stay on those clean takes. You can't let too many threats build against you with obviously map point on your side.
Oh, they
Smoke
every time they
Ruby.
smoke themselves
No.
off to give them an opportunity if Magnum does flash out and they swing. Nice little play there, but Magnum just kind of baiting out. Again, an information flash sent out. Magnum just looking for the audio cue on that one. Same as this one, actually.
Did he get it on that?
I think he did. He did, unless Yampi was able
I
to
mean,
play close
regardless,
enough
they're
to the left
spamming
side.
on the wall, so
Yeah,
he knows they're there. But for now, it was a minute's worth of a default hold. Slow
Nice.
build back in towards kind of hookah. You're gonna
चारों
have that
rotate हो गए.
ultimate once again. Oh, you're right. Soulcast, Scream, Yampi. Nothing to deny it either. There is nothing up for Fnatic right now. This is just the guns at the side and whatever they've got left. There go the Seekers. You can see the utility wave trying to maybe slow down one
अगर
side of the
maybe
scene. Yampi's
उनमें
going further ahead. He's
सोवा
on his own
होता.
though. He's on an island. Magnum's just going to send him packing.
Sage
Already
सही
lit up on
option है,
top,
but
makes up for a great pickup and a
नहीं
good
यार.
trade for Magnum.
अगर उनमें
Again,
सोवा होता ना तो
still
इन लोग
being
खेल
an
जाते,
instant,
आराम से
still
खेल
holding
जाते.
presence. Puts out the Seekers,
Liquid में
will
अगर
lose
सोवा
life,
होता
but
तो
it's a
खेल जाते
3v3
आराम से.
now. 27 seconds, and they ain't on the site yet. The spike is still in the hands of Cryptics, over towards Hookah.
And kind of stuck there. He's the... There's 2-1 split. He's the solo player, and Doma gets himself into a disgusting position. Gonna find the first
Nice.
scream actually trades it. He's got the
12
revive
seconds.
as well.
10 seconds now, they've got to get a move on, but they're trying to do
Bait.
everything possible, and Liquid might have just held this together.
भाई
and
ये
exposed
plant
her.
हो जाएगा ना
It's
तो
gonna
इन लोग
dig him
round
out
जीत
of it.
सकते हैं.
That's going to be a freebie on the way. Fight
Nice
Scream
one.
away. And now the 1v2 begins.
2v1.
Down below, there is one player waiting. It's Soulcast.
भाई
Drags him to his
साहब
grave.
भाई
And
साहब
Liquid make it
एक्सपेक्ट
to
नहीं
double
था
digits
भाई
now.
जीतेंगे करके. जीत गए गाइस, जीत गए. गलत राउंड गया भाई ये.
Now in an odd position as well. They had one
10-12
round
हो
in
गया
hand
भाई,
in terms of the
10-12.
economy. Not
क्या
sure
चल रहा है?
what
हेलो,
this
कोई
was.
बताएगा?
That there
Your duty is
has got to be considered the do or die round.
अगर स्क्रीम ये मिस कर देता ना तो गेम
So
खत्म.
well to
रेस का अगर मिस कर
the
देता
whole
था स्क्रीम तो
position
खत्म था
there.
गेम.
30 HP as well, just waits for the peak, anticipating it from Durka to protect that revive coming through. And once again, it's on the back of, I gotta say, one of the most impactful ultimates at the disposal of Liquid, which is the Seekers. Time and time again, we see these fast hits come off the back of these just preemptive kind of information play. I love it. Again, they pop it from so deep as well. It's to kind of figure out exactly, you know, what side is clear, whether or not anybody's playing close in garden or anything like that. But every time they literally pinpoint a kill.
10-12 है भाई, अभी
And
भी
at
कुछ नहीं
12
बोल
to 10.
सकते यार.
This
लिक्विड
is
मार
timeout
रही है
time
भाई.
for Fnatic. It's been
30 सेकंड 20 सेकंड 30 सेकंड भी नहीं भाई, 20 सेकंड में उसने राउंड चेंज कर दिया भाई, पूरा राउंड चेंज कर दिया.
maybe a little deeper in the playbook if they want to be able to deal with this. Liquid have started to warm into it. And this hasn't just been the Scream show. This hasn't just been Yampi having a above average performance. You know, Yampi and Scream are always somewhat good, it feels, but I'm looking at Soulcast, I'm looking at Link,
Yeah.
Cryptics. These guys have been doing work for them here. They are filling that void. Now, what do they do going further ahead? 2 more rounds and we're looking at OT.
Yeah, I mean, this was the round in hand I was talking about. You can see actually even the cracks in the economy starting to show. Light armor on Mystic, light armor on Boaster. Again, it's not comfortable after this. Obviously, it's going to be 12-11, so there's no scenario that Fnatic save in the next anyway, but... MP now, Operator online, Blade Storm at his disposal.
Oh, I love this switch up.
Under
The condition
रुका.
would be so worried about that B side, but just on these rotations, pulling out one player from position. I think that's going to be Mystic, who's going to be slightly out of sorts, but he's going to get back towards the site, actually. He's going to hear all these steps. He's surrounded on all fronts. What does he do with this now? He's got 4 players, left, right, center. Wall goes up. He's
Mystic
still
अभी भी
muted.
smoke में,
He's
still
trying
smoke
to
में
not
वो.
make too much noise. He's trying to keep his head down. Who finds him in the end? The smoke's yet to dissipate. Spike's now planted. Peekaboo says hello.
Nice
Takes his life.
one.
You don't get to have this sort of fun as Liquid lock it down, finding the 2 players who are kind of dedicated towards this side. Screen gets wooded away from Lamps, but by now this retake's going to be rough. Boaster's still pretty
यहाँ double
far
PK
away. He
भाई.
may find Soulcast, but Link goes down. Dome has found the first step.
गलत गया.
It's a showstopper as well. He could pop that online here. I don't think he knows somebody's close here. Boaster, crucial kill here for Soulcast, and actually going to
भाई booster को देखो कहाँ घूम रहा है.
Okay, suddenly this is getting... No way, no way, Cryptics in a 1v3, how has this happened? Gonna try and just lob down the last piece of utility, it doesn't quite reach. It's all
गया.
falling apart.
Fnatic win. Fnatic
goes
win
down.
भाई.
No way. I can't believe that.
कुछ भी बोलो भाई, बहुत गलत खेली लेकिन. पहला राउंड जीत चुके भाई लोग ने. बेस्ट ऑफ 3 है, देखो अभी क्या होता है.
That kill on Soulcast, and that's the sort of play we talk about, right? This is a crucial round here. I think Fnatic anticipate that Liquid are going to sit back in that post plant. They're going to rely on the, you know, the Viper and the Brimstone utility to close that round out. So Boaster going through there and find that kill. It's Soulcast ultimately.
कोरोना का कहर है भाई,
Again,
वहाँ
I
भी
love
चल
that
रहा है.
little adjustment, and what a fantastic way for them to close out. Doma, man, again, massive value in that final round.
It's map 1.
Link नहीं मरता ना भाई, तो लोग
Fnatic
खेल
with the
सकते
win,
थे
but
एक round.
Liquid did make them look human, which is a rare accolade, especially with teams facing off against Fnatic on this map. There's a reason it normally gets taken away from them. Doma, I'm becoming such a fan of this player, and this play back in, Boaster felt like he was on an island, but Doma carved his way forward. Unreal work between the boys there, and that last bit of utility, that desperate grab at the end, you know, it was a valiant attempt, but it wasn't quite enough. And now a sense on the horizon. I don't know where this goes now. This was probably one of Fnatic's strongholds when you think about it, you know, in their past, in their results, but I don't know if Ascent looked good in this tournament, I guess, for them so far. So where do we see this shaking down?
I mean, expectations-wise, yes, I was expecting this to go the way it has done, but
Liquid अच्छा खेली भाई, बहुत अच्छा खेली.
Like I said, this was way more confident than the last showing we had. Like I said, it took them a long
Expect
time
नहीं
to
था,
get
but
back
खेली
and fight back into the previous appearance on Bind in particular. And this time, I got to say, once they did get a few rounds together, it looked a lot more comfortable for Liquid. So huge positives there. I'm just worried when I look at this now, and again, Bind going as expected. If we come to map 2 and there's a little bit of a surprise, then we come to split. It's really interesting once we get a little further throughout this series, Lauren.
All right, well, we'll leave that to the desk to break down because they'll be on this show just after the break. So guys, stick around. We'll be back in just a moment's time.
मस्त राउंड था यार. सही खेल रही थी लिक्विड, लेकिन बट लास्ट में उसने हक दिया भाई, ब्रिम ने. लीग ऑफ लेजेंड, रनटेरा start claiming today at gaming.amazon.com. हाइपर पल्स फायर हैसल नया माउस आया है. दो मिनट का होल्ड लगा है गाइस, देखते हैं 2 मिनट के बाद नेक्स्ट मैप कौन सा है। गाइस चैनल पे जो भी न्यू आ रहा है प्लीज़ लाइक कर देना वीडियो को और प्लीज़ सब्सक्राइब कर देना गाइस। आपके सब्सक्राइब से मुझे मोटिवेशन मिलती रहेगी, मैं और अच्छे अच्छे कंटेंट्स लाते रहूँगा गाइस, कंटेंट्स लाते रहूँगा और अच्छे अच्छे कंटेंट्स लाते रहूँगा। और कल 11 o'clock भूलना नहीं गाइस, खेलने वाले हम फार क्राई 3 खेलेंगे कल से। फार क्राई की पूरी सीरीज कंप्लीट करेंगे, फार क्राई 3 एज वेल एज फार क्राई 4, 5 and 6 ऑल।
Time for the OG, now till infinity. Do it for the rebel. Came with the style untouchable. All that kid so legendary, yeah, you know that. To give it up one time for the OGs, now till infinity. Do it for the rebel. Do it for the rebel. Do it for the rebel. Now till infinity.
And we gonna get down to this motherfucker.
Welcome back to the studio as we continue the Battle of EU. Map 1 went to Fanatic as we take a look at our Prime Gaming map highlights. And paper thin, you know, how was Boaster and his squad able to pull this one through? Because it looked like Liquid, they were starting to make their way for a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, this all comes down to how this started. I mean, they set the tempo with a pistol round win in the follow-up, a little bit of a tricky third round, but after that, they really start to take control. They're able to isolate Yampy. Great use of the Owl drone here to track Yampy, make sure they know where he is, and then they try to punish him. So then after that, Team Liquid comes back here after their break and makes a great adjustment. They say, okay, let's start using Yampy either as bait or just trying to hide him to make sure that they have no clue where he is, and then they start racking up a bunch of rounds. You can see Yampy take a great advantage of that operator.
Yeah, and very impressive display here from Fnatic, undoubtedly. I mean, you got players like Mystic in key moments. Doma, we'll be asking questions about how he didn't get blown up by the showstopper there at the end for generations to come, because that one felt like it should have happened. And also just some brilliant retake executes as well from Fnatic. Let them pick up
खुशी
the
देख रहे हो
victory.
भाई
Also
फैनाटिक
just
के चेहरे
brilliant
पर,
plays in
फैनाटिक के चेहरे पर भाई खुशी देखो।
I'll bring you in for this one, Bud, because from everything that we've seen from Fnatic, not only have they studied, they've done their homework as we had expected them to, but they're giving us a lot of great plays that they could really mess around with, and they're getting in the heads of Team Liquid, it seems.
I mean, in general, Fnatic's bind is just super strong, and they play their signature lineup where they just want to go on site, plant the bomb, phew, we go back. You know, we play with that Brimstone, with that Viper for the post-plant lineups, and I feel like Team Liquid just didn't do enough to stop them on defense. They lost 7-5, and it was a good example. Liquid used the Viper spit on A in showers, and yet they still used 3 players to be on A side, which basically almost always funnels your opponents into B, and this is where they had problems, right? They couldn't hold the side, they get the easy plan for Fnatic, and then it's just easy peasy to hold it. So in general, I feel like Team Liquid either gambled way too much because we don't know exactly what is happening in their minds, right? But my guess is they gambled way too much on like counter-stratting them, and they banked on Fnatic doing exactly the same to them. But Fnatic just went with the easiest path of resistance. We just go where we should go and not like double fake. So in general, I'm just impressed with Fnatic's simple executions, but very, let's say, efficient executions.
Yeah, well, when you have a 90% win rate on Bind, you certainly will be able to go wherever you want to go. But now for our Verizon high-speed moment. Veli, despite the loss, man, Link pulled off some big plays.
Yo, Link put on his big
1 MS में भाई कितना सैक चलता रहेगा यार गेम कितना सैक
The way
चलता
that he
रहेगा
was able
भाई
to get those 3 kills over an elbow was insane. Now, you spoke a lot about SoCast and Link being the guys that do the dirty work. They have to step up and go big. He did exactly that. He knows the push is coming. He backs up in the elbow, but then here goes the execute coming
Phantom
in.
में यही होता है भाई,
Phantom
Phantom में यही होता है.
A few shots, gets 1, gets 2. Your boy Mystic comes out and he gets bodied. But the fact that Link didn't even die right here is absolutely insane. Team Liquid, their support players stepped up big time and helped players like Scream and Yampy get on fire. Map 2 might go in their favor.
Well, the reason why he put up his forearms because Brimstone's forearm is so thick. And he's just got that boomer thickness there with the iPad. It's great. Seriously, he should go to the gym, work out like Brimstone, kids. In any case, though, the team's getting closer to starting map 2. Let's hand it over to 2 people with impeccable fashion sense, might I add. We got the Hypesy or the Panpoc. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. Take it away.
I'm going to be honest, the second one does sound like a bit of a disease, so we'll probably stick with the first out of the 2 there. But we've been, honestly, just admiring your shirts thus far. It's been solid work. It's just like which animal replicated several times. Yeah, we're just trying to match up to you, GB. But we do get the chance to now talk about the game once again. We get to kind of pull our attention right back towards Ascent, which will be map 2 between these 2. And I guess the tone's been set. Map 1, now, I guess
guys, guess karo kaun sa hoga map 2.
Fnatic and Bind, you instantly think, right, that's going to be theirs, no worries. But Liquid put up a great performance, and they pushed them pretty hard in that regard.
I was going to say, yeah, no worries. That was kind of my feeling as well coming into this. And again, we've got to think back to the veto, obviously a big adjustment here to see this map pool go through ultimately. Now, Ascent, we've got a couple of talking points, and as soon as we get to the Agent Select, but there's been a little bit of variance from both teams, actually. Obviously, previously, we're talking about, obviously, Scream stepping onto the stage, and we've credited Liquid so much for those A-site hits, with Phoenix being at kind of the forefront of that. As we're going to take a look now at the Agent Select presented by Prime Gaming.
Fnatic attacking it.
Yeah, we're actually going to see similar thing again, talking about Scream coming onto the stage and Boaster stepping onto the Sky, which was something that I'm pretty sure they mentioned the other day that was
अगर TL ये जीत जाती है तो इसके पास round chance रहेगा भाई जीतने का.
Some prep for the next day versus V1, if I'm not mistaken, and it worked really, really well for them. Again, a little bit of an adjustment in this composition as well, seeing Magnum come onto the Cypher, and it allows for them to kind of play much deeper and set up these sort of trap plays that we saw become very, very prominent versus V1.
You're right. There's going to be a couple of takeaways from the previous games coming into this, but again, these 2 are so familiar with each other. It kind of pushes it out of that traditional realm a little bit. You kind of have to... It's why often these kind of almost regional derbies, when 2 teams of either a similar region or, a similar practice pool, and they often
Ascent है, second map Ascent.
Expect because they're so hyper aware of each other. It's brilliant to watch.
Fnatic की lineup भाई Mystic ने वही लिया है, Doma ने खाली Omen लिया रेस की जगह. रेस में भी यहाँ important उतना नहीं होगी. Smoke is mandatory है Ascent में भाई, smoke नहीं रहेगा तो map का game change हो सकता है भाई आपका. उधर KJ annoying भाई, KJ annoying है. But खेल जाए तो अच्छा है. Sova better option है. Ascent में Sova भाई बहुत must option है.
See the anti-flash wall back in just in case from the other side, but caught regardless and
चलो देखते हैं पहला round.
Hit the stops.
Jumpy jump किया था kill के लिए, but
spotted there because
नहीं हो पाया.
They're going to leave 2 on B side. At least no kind of re-explore towards mid, and Yampy comes through. Actually, once again, we'll find Magnum punishes Fnatic to hanging around here and.
Okay, Jumpy ले लिया भाई, एक kill ले लिया.
Orb will be retrieved, and Yampy now, I think, wanted to try and close that distance.
You know he's double dipping.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
he's...
I mean, he's still basically 100 HP, man. Of course he's going to.
It's just like you can see this just like every second, like, no, I'm gonna peek that corner. Fnatic waited for that, and now they burst towards the side. Already Link gonna be having to task with dealing with Dirk, and he does very well actually. Still alive in 48, but can't make much more of it, but did the best he could with a bad scenario. A 3v2 begins, Scream towards heaven. Cryptics not too far off either. Great quick pickup for Doma, no trade available for Cryptics.
It's now very difficult here. Boaster eventually regrouping through a main here, and both players on site going to tuck into hell. Mystic and Doma in very good position. A flash comes through, going to get the audio cue here, so Cryptic's got to make a move. Find the headshot, but nothing else.
Nice round, nice round. Fnatic भाई पूरा बोर्ड होना जेट के लिए होल्ड करी थी. अगर जेट वहाँ किल यहाँ पिक नहीं लेती ना तो इन लोग एंट्री नहीं लेते.
Well managed, and again, Yampy comes through and punishes.
पिक अगर नहीं लेती जेट तो इन लोग की एंट्री नहीं लेते.
As long as they did. But ultimately, yeah, a little bit of discipline to come back through and hold on, and anticipating Yampy doing what he does best, right, which is playing aggressively. You know, being unorthodox, coming through and trying to re-aggress once again into A main.
Okay, quick intention shown from Fnatic, instantly leaning towards B, and there's no default held. This is going to be somewhat all in. You might have a quick reaction coming up from short. Keep your eyes on Yampy if he gets a bit of a move on, but by now Fnatic already on the site, just trying to keep those Spectres, the Frenzies, all within range where they can excel, and Magnum doing just that. Lovely side take, all so well considered, very choreographed in this.
Dirk actually slipped through the smoke gear. Yampy sat just outside it. Now, still 4 members of Fnatic to deal with here, and Scream and Link eventually joining forces. Plus Sheriffs, so definitely a possibility. I mean, both are still down on the classic here, trying to ride through, build some economy early on, but 3 Spectres to deal with.
4v3 intense round.
Backside, so whether or not Liquid opt to just try and play damage here. Looks as if that's going to be the case, yeah, as the spike ticking away.
See if they can catch him. Yampy with another. Good work. Magnum, that's 3. Not going to get any more. Put to bed by Link. And the damage, well, it's pretty decent. Taking 3 away, but you saw they're being very cautious on this purchase as well. Boaster was, you know, as you said, riding the pistol for quite some time in that, so they should still be fine coming into this round.
Well, I think they only purchased 3 Spectres. I'm pretty sure Durka was on a frenzy. So it's actually only 3 SMGs they've invested in there. So just gone all out for that. Again, coordinated hit on the back of the utility, which works so well. I mean, ultimately, if everybody's blind, it doesn't matter what weapon you've got, right? And with Magnum leading the charge from one of those Spectres, didn't end up mattering all that much as... Now, I was going to say, yeah, Boaster still hovering a classic on. Surely not for a 3rd round, right?
No. So we do have the buy coming back in. Looking at what Fnatic bring into this one, we do have Durka on the rifle, Magnum on the rifle, but of course rifles across the board, excluding Scream for Liquid. Now, last time these two met, you've got to remind yourself, this was a Liquid victory last time. It was a longer series, the best of 5, but now we go back in on this. Durka receives a lot of damage to begin with. Doesn't quite slow the roll though. Magnum quickly going to pick up the
गंदा डैमेज आया भाई
try and get that info towards Market. Does so, forces Scream slightly further away here as Magnum will take that angle happily. Look at those headshots. He's handing them out like it's free. Down to 9 HP though, still a player on the side. Cryptics now has so many angles to worry about and he can't deal with it all. Soulcast trying to keep his head.
भाई still 9 HP में मारा भाई उसने.
From this man is just perfect.
It's the 2nd time we've seen Magnum as the Cypher play the
Magnum
entry as
भाई
part
बहुत
of this
गलत मारा भाई
execution
बहुत
onto
गलत.
B site. That's what Yampy down to 26 HP now. Link 100 HP, but difficult nonetheless, especially with Mystic cleaning Yampy there. Link's got to respect it now. Got to fall back, trying to hold on to this Phantom. Yeah. Again, this is another one where they rode through from the previous round.
Link saving the round.
Absolutely rolling in the credits. Again, it's that B hit is just so clean, and again, it's midway through that, like part way through the execution, they're able to just slow things down by taking control of stairs and getting everybody stacked up just outside lane. they have this ability to kind of just sit there for 5 to 10 seconds and anticipate Liquid coming back through market, anticipate, you know, the regress through spawn. They're not even bothered about finding the kills on spawn initially. It's to isolate them. It's to cut them off. Make sure they can't kind of have any reinforcements come through. They actually prioritize the players in rotation, which is why you see Magnum take this position here. Again, lots of damage goes on to Yampi. He's got to dash away, find Scream. Those are the first 2 points of contact to come and bail Cryptics and Soulcats out on site.
It's phenomenal to watch. Now, keep in mind, they've really only conditioned them to this kind of very well done B execute. They did that A hit off the back of the pistol, but that wasn't, it's not really too much to read into it. That was just kind of the punish eventually on Yampi and then the good site take. But this is going to be hard for Liquid to handle because they've already been, as said, kind of like, well, okay, it's going to be a little bit tricky to hold B if we take it lightly. Scream out of nowhere does find Durka, though. You take those starts. And now Fnatic down to the 4. And the buy back in here from Liquid is shoddy by all accounts. Yampi going to try and fill that gap a little with the ult, but Link being a little lonely on the site here. Smoke out towards short, maybe Yampi a little paranoid, but Link does get the information that it's going to be coming through from main.
Yampi going to try and play very close up, but misses the right click here. So now just down to the classic. He's going to get cleared out by this Trailblazer. He's got to be forced back in. Link
Good work.
Will be isolated, but he'll find one on the way out.
Oh, this work between Yampi and Link is so well done!
No
the push
way.
and pull between the two was perfect. One takes the attention, even on the classic. Yampi still stood there, let Link get the shot on the dip back in through short, using the utility so well. That was a lovely bit of synergy between the two, and I cannot credit them enough for that.
I mean, that's all on the back of Link finding that first kill. As soon as he finds that, like you said, Yampi times it perfectly to swing back through. Ultimately, he's trying to fight for that weapon there, but finds the classic kill onto Doma. A brilliant round. The Prime Gaming flawless coming out from Liquid there on a rounder. You got to say, initially, when you see Yampi miss the right click and you know that Link is kind of isolated here.
I'm worried.
Yeah, very worried.
Massive, massive round for Liquid to turn, because they would have been right in the pockets then, but no. Fight their way back through. We've already seen what a judge can do on this map, especially in the hands of Yampi, but now it's going to be Cryptics and Soulcats having to suffer through on this. Close angles being held. This is like
Fanatic will. क्या
लिखा
है भाई? Fanatic will win this. One also I can see, bro. अभी सही जज नहीं कर सकते. अभी attacking बाकी है. Liquid की भी attacking बाकी है, bro. थोड़ा होल्ड, potential और patience रखो. मुझे भी मैं भी चाहता हूँ भाई, यही जीतना चाहिए, यही जीतना चाहिए.
Magnum gets isolated inside. Scream comes through.
But round change हो सकता है. Round change हो सकता है.
Action personified already. This play between the two. We saw it on the other side. We saw it on that A take. Now we see it on B. The push and pull, the attention drawn in the most perfect way, and you saw it so clearly. Durka isolated the slow, just denying that next layer to come in behind him, and then the push up comes out from that judge. Brilliance shown by Liquid there to be able to handle that hit. I was worried they wouldn't have an answer to what Fnatic were doing, but very quickly they've quelled that doubt instantly.
Really, really good stuff, and Mystic got to hold on to this Vandal. So again, Fnatic should have pretty comfortable purchase with how the first few rounds went for them. Again, now we
क्या कर लेगा भाई? 1v4 है, 38 HP. भगवान तो नहीं है जो जीतेगा वो जाके. सेव सेव ही के ले जाएगा ना भाई. सेव उसका ऑल्ट भी रेडी है. नेक्स्ट राउंड ऑल्ट पे ले लेगा वो. 3-2 हो गया भाई. Fnatic win. Mr. Bawla, Fanatic OP. भाई Fanatic always OP यार.
3 huge kills there.
अभी डिफेंस भी बाकी है भाई. Fnatic की डिफेंस बाकी है और सोचो उस पे मिस्टेक है. मिस्टेक पूरा भाई लाइनअप पे खेल सकता है. पूरा लाइनअप पे और साइफर है भाई. पूरा लाइनअप पे खेल सकते हैं. दोनों ये बंदे ना पूरा होल्ड करके खेलेंगे भाई. देखना ये एसेंट में बहुत गलत लेवल होता है भाई. पॉइंट तो समझो लिक्विड के लिए मैप पॉइंट था ही नहीं.
Quite tucked in towards Wine here. Does he commit to this now? He's got the utility to do so for a little bit longer if he wants it. Maybe just add that paranoia that it's another position to clear. Leaves Yampi more room to clear in towards mid. Scream has that wall ready. Doesn't want to overstep. Wall goes up. Gives a little bit more safety to Link as we look towards the rest of the map. And you can see Doma here maybe trying to catch that over-aggression from Yampi, but it's not been shown just yet. He's showing patience.
And Durka did retrieve that orb for the Blade Storm. That's what we hear get popped. Going back through tiles. Stolkas, I think, only spots Magnum with that Aldra.
बावला भाई तुम्हारा तुम मेरे को वैलोरेंट पे तुम बोल रहे थे मुझे कि तुम मुझे रिक्वेस्ट भेजते हो मैं आता नहीं भाई तुम्हारा मेरे को नाम नहीं पता था मैंने लास्ट स्ट्रीम में भी बोला था वापस में मैंने देखा करके तुमको मैं वापस बता दे रहा हूँ नाम बता दो कि मैं ये हूँ तो मैं एटलीस्ट रिक्वेस्ट एक्सेप्ट कर लूंगा
Even just jumping on that corner to make sure, if anything, it's a tag, not a full-on kill, gives him the advantage, especially with the knives as well. So well considered, and even the tiniest plays flash through the wall, they go in. It's Link on the side. He does have support, though. Not alone this time, only good for one, but Scream's going to wait so patiently. Just prowling in the depths of hell. He's going to grab Doma. He wants more, doesn't get more. Yes, he does. Dirk is gone, and now Scream engages. 50 HP, but he can maybe get himself back up and situated if he needs to. Dips up. What? He doesn't need help. He does not need any more assistance to get these sort of kills. The man's already a monster. But Boaster left in the 1v2. The HP's gone. Scream's had a round.
I just saw Mystic just throw his hands up in the air, just like, what? Scream hits him with the backpedaling wallbang headshot. That was absolutely crazy. What a hold from Scream. Again, Link taking first contact, throws himself almost a lamb to the slaughter. Scream able to just ride the wave in hell, to sit there.
Hello.
Again, I think Fnatic as well put so much faith in a beautifully executed fake on B, but again, they think that Link's just the anchor, right? They leave him hit. Yeah, I didn't want to see that again. I did not want to see that again. The second one.
It's meant to be family friendly, man. Don't show that.
Look at him, yeah, look at him. Look.
What are you meant to do?
भाई बहुत लक स्क्रीम का लक तो देखो भाई इसकी बुलेट सीधा हेड पे यार
Position, lovely combination play between
गलत भाई
or just a Scream round. These are all the things that made Liquid still one of the most deadly teams out there. Yampy this time does get noted once again in middle, but rather than backing away, he perseveres forward.
I've got your trail.
Yeah, Yampy get. Yeah, Seeker's invested. Yampy's going to pull away from mid here, but the hits already come through. Fnatic. Look at how aggressive they're being. They're going to rat spawn.
Oh, and Scream's looking a little worried in this one now. So much pressure coming his way. The slow goes down.
No way.
Scream! What a moment to find two. He may have just kept this round at least somewhat manageable. Cryptix, though, does do well towards Boaster. Now look at what's left. Doma and Magnum. The spike is in CT pretty much at this point. Hard to recover. They want an extra pick. They're going to hit the brakes for a second. 50 to play with as well. Cryptix has to give away position. Double stack towards Market. The face comes through. Magnum up close and personal. Shoves the barrel down the throat of Cryptix. And now it's...
You're about to get spiked.
So hard. Well, it wasn't that deep towards CT. I thought it was a little bit deeper, but they're fine.
30 seconds
Oh
left.
no, look at Link. Link stayed here the whole time. Once again playing anchor. He's going to get this kill.
Slowed down, he's trying to play the time, but he's lost track of him, but he's predicted it perfectly. Link knows exactly what's up. Played it just to perfection in the end, catching the final player of Magnum.
गलत भाई बहुत गलत खेला बहुत गलत खेले भाई बहुत गलत
Still holding presence throughout the map.
लिंक का भाई साउंड सेंस बहुत नाइस यार बहुत मस्त है बहुत मस्त है
Beautiful, and again, I didn't spot exactly when Doma's ultimate comes on life. It was already there, but again,
Scream का भाई टीम के लिए बहुत बड़ा हेल्प था ये वाला जो हेल्प था ना उसका 2 किल का बहुत बड़ा हेल्प था भाई हायात वाइटी हाय मेरे भाई अभी तक सोया नहीं
Perfect knows that Magnum's going to be the one trailing.
3-4 हो गया भाई 3-4 मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना गाइस बाइंड में फनाटिक अच्छा खेलती है एजेंट मे बी टीएल जीत सकती है अगर जीत जाएगी तो नेक्स्ट राउंड खेल सकते हैं भाई फिर टाई हो जाएगा तो लास्ट राउंड बचा रहेगा इनके लिए
It's a great push.
अभी अटैकिंग भी बाकी है टीएल की
and spawn with that really fast hit, and again off the first couple of rounds when they know that Liquid have just kind of they're happy to sit on site, they're happy to leave somebody in boathouse, somebody playing back on stairs, usually Soulcast and Cryptix obviously I'm talking about, and then have Scream or Yampy coming through from Market. Right there, I love it. They smoke off a couple of angles, they push all the way through. Again, they're looking to isolate one of those players that's hitting that early rotation. All this presence gets shown. and they're expecting to catch somebody in spawn or as they come through for
रात
past
को कौन
market.
सोता है भाई कोई नहीं
The worst
सोता
person on the
है
other
अपने
side
यहाँ
of the
रात
night
हो
is
रही है
Scream.
ना
He
वहाँ
throws
तक जो
down
खेल
the
रहे हैं
slow
वहाँ
orb, he's
सुबह
able
हो
to
रही
get
है
himself
भाई
tucked into a corner, isolate those two
आइडियल के
1v1s,
बाहर है भाई
and again finally 2
अमेरिका
kills.
अपने आइडियल के बाहर है
Completely shutting that down.
You don't often get to see a bad game from Scream, but the last map, it wasn't his best. Sitting, I think it was like 14 to 19, very middle of the board. If this is the wake-up call, if this is when you start seeing it become the headshot machine, this is when things could change. We'll see though, wall goes up. Gonna slow down this potential burst the Fnatic might have wanted.
I love this as well. As, again, just reading the economy here, knowing that even if they do invest a couple of bits, going to play distance now. You see Scream and Cryptics actually drifting back onto the site. They want the utility to do the hard work.
वॉल टूटने का इंतजार है भाई
alarm bot.
पूरा वॉल टूटने का इंतजार कर रहे हैं लोग पूरा वॉल टूटेगा तब इन लोग पूरा एक साथ रश करेंगे देख लेना फनाटिक पूरा होल्ड करके रखिए यहाँ पे पूरा होल्ड करके रखिए भाई
They give them some information, but here comes the hit on B once again.
You can see the utility intention perfectly now. Lovely overview there, just to highlight how smothering this hit is. But Scream
भाई क्या खेल रहा है यार ये बंदा स्क्रीम क्या खेल रहा है भाई क्या खेल रहा है
two. He makes it look so simple. Soulcast can now catch the stairs push if needed. Bit of an overstep by Cryptics, but it's fine. It tees up Soulcast on this cross, and the accuracy is on point here. Couldn't quite convert on Doma, but now Doma put in a bad spot. Scream at the back by Boathouse, and what are you meant to do with this? Trying to bait the peak, and Scream's having
nice round भाई
Liquid gonna keep
collateral kill भाई बहुत मस्त था यार
Scream
बहुत
comes online
मस्त
this game and he keeps bailing them out with these great little kills here and there, these two pieces being picked up. It's everything you'd want.
And seeing this composition, I know you were talking about this the other day, just giving Scream the opportunity to put himself in a position where he can take a fight, come away, and then heal, and then stop people from pushing him even further. Again, I love seeing him on the Jet early on. I love seeing him on the Reyna early on. I love kind of seeing him put his own kind of flavor on those agents, but he looks damn good on the Sage. He looks so damn good on it. And his ability to kind of peel and take that contact and then slow things down and wait for a rotation to come through and get some reinforcements. It's amazing to see.
Yeah, the guy's bloody wild at what he does, and there's a reason he holds this reputation. I mean, he's
सेज क्या ही खेल रहा है भाई भाई वो स्क्रीम में यार मैं तुमको मैंने स्टार्ट बाइंड में ही बोला था कि स्क्रीम का भाई एम बहुत गलत लेवल लगता है हकता भी है भाई और मारता भी है और खेलता है ना भाई बहुत गलत खेलता है स्क्रीम का भाई लाइव स्ट्रीम में कभी स्क्रीम ट्विच पे देखना भाई इसकी ट्विच पे कभी इसकी लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग देखना भाई बहुत मस्त खेलता है ये
but then it's like, oh wait, no, he's Sage, so guess not. I guess we don't ever get an easy fight on Scream. So Fnatic need to find a way around. These site hits have been worked out. They've been somewhat dismantled. Where's that next step? Where's that next layer? How do you slow down a Scream, right? Like, I know the whole game theory is right, where we can deny Durka or we can maybe shut down Yampi. But when Scream starts to build in, he's not just playing these aggressive angles. He's not just pushing in your face. He's not trying to be
Fnatic अभी डाउन हो रही है भाई.
some very valuable.
Fnatic अभी डाउन हो रही है भाई 3/5 हो गया 3 राउंड तो इन लोग ने हैट्रिक निकाले बट अभी 5 राउंड इन लोग ने हैट्रिक निकाले भाई बहुत नेक्स्ट लेवल खेल रहे भाई नेक्स्ट लेवल खेल रहे टीएल पूरा मतलब पिछले मैच का पूरा गुस्सा निकाल रही इसमें
maybe turn the tides now. We built up themselves a nice little buffer to the economy, a couple of key ultimates online, the Hunter's Fury, the lockdown. Scream still with that revive, hasn't even needed it, I've got to say, in the last few rounds. He has had it available with how many kills he's putting up. A little bit of a readjustment once again. It's Yampi and Cryptics this time. Yampi with that operator in hand, holding down spawn towards B main. A couple of
बहुत लर्क खेल रहे भाई बहुत लर्क खेल रहे
information. Nobody really giving too much away on either side.
No. Scream. There was a moment where he might have crested that corner, but no. Slips back away towards site. Maintains position. Doesn't get over Aggie on this one. Boaster again showing a little bit more. Clears wine. Goes back in. Doesn't check right. Looks to the left. So keep in mind, Link is still somewhat unchecked on. I don't think he turned the blind completely. So Link probably a little white in this, but
30 seconds
come out
left.
by now. This is going to be a late round hit, and you're going to have Scream and Link in good combination. Now, do they check on him yet? No. Link gets unchecked on, but it is a 2-for-1 trade. Good work from Mystic on the spacing there to be able to get that kill on Link and not let it get too far. Now the ultimate comes in as well.
Yeah, Neurotheft will give away the information that Liquid is still very far away from Heaven. You can see they come back to try and check if there's a lurk. Now we're going to come through and split 2-1 actually across Heaven and Tree.
Look at these post plants. Vipers there. This is a hard round to play back in on. Even with Yampy on that op, it's hard to make this work in retake scenarios through Heaven. The double stack on towards Tree. They're going to double face together.
Oh, bhai!
Doma.
गलत भाई गलत.
Kills, but Yampy,
सुबह को साउंड नहीं आया था क्या जो वो राइट देख रहा था भाई.
not make a sound on this.
वो लोग एक दूसरे को ही देख लिए अपने आप कोई भाई.
Further rounds, but Fnatic, what a take in the end.
Yeah, really nice hit. Again, just holding out, and Scream gets hard cleared. Again, just this simple wall here to cut off the door angle. It allows them to kind of move up freely towards Tree and isolate kind of just those 2 key angles on the way in. But mostly with the hard clearance, Link finally shows. Like you said, it gets traded out. Well handled here. And again, Magnum just sending out a couple of shots here makes Cryptix and Soulcast just consider the fact that Doma's repositioned after that recon bolt. Ping both of them actually.
अगर डोमा यहाँ हकता ना भाई तो साइफर पे लोड आ जाता था, सीधा डबल पिक था साइफर पे, और मैग्नम अगर नहीं मार पाता तो राउंड फिर टीएल का हो जाता ये वाला राउंड.
Side of Liquid again, they just kind of let that one play out as it happened. Lockdown, revive, and the Hunter's Fury still available. Scream.
हाँ भाई बहुत जहर मारा डबल किल.
You don't even need to scream. It's overkill. Ah. Okay, and he passed it back off to Yampy like, all right, well.
सेज का ये ग्रीम वाला शॉट है भाई, ग्रीम का मैडनेस वॉल भाई.
Dirk is probably not happy with that, and he's not really found much space here as an individual. I'd say the collective of Fnatic is fine, but it's not been one of that one-man show that we've seen from him before. Inside the side take, lean towards Aizon, and that rotation catch in middle is in place, but it's taking the side with only 3.
Soulcast trying to clear through with the Owl drone here. Let's see, spots out one player finally. Magnum managed to thread the needle though, and he might be here to greet Soulcast. The flash actually going to bait him in there. Soulcast spotted the barrel. He will find that kill. And that's the lurk removed. Magnum, we know, so much on Ascent, but more so on maps like Icebox. Actually gets lots of value through there, but the hit comes through on A site. 2 kills go through. Soulcast trades one back through. We'll retreat now. Hunter's Fury available and Liquid in a 3v2.
A bit of a love tap towards Yampy there, but Soulcast trying to isolate, and he does manage to catch a thing on the end. And Mystic, what is this? Yeah, locks down towards Heaven. Now they got to work this out with 2. Boaster and Mystic, what do you have in this? Against 3, they know where Soulcast is. Lockdown's in effect. He's gonna have to make his mind up. 5-4, and a couple more seconds. No. Yampy, big pickup now. Boaster in a 1v3. Tariq gets invested. They've read the position well, and Cryptix. Big deny, and Liquid carry on. That retake was fantastic.
Perfect, bhai, perfect.
Really well played. Again, kind of everything thrown into that Hunter's Fury and the Lockdown. 2 massive ultimates to invest, but Scream. Again, we've seen him do this a couple of times. Just again, it's another one of those things that these tiny adjustments, and I say a tiny adjustment, but putting an operator on Scream and getting him posted up on that market wall, it's just another thing that kind of throws a spanner in the works for all this hard work that Fnatic's done in the early rounds of this half to try and figure out these different
Sky
setups.
की पत्ता गोभी ने बचा लिया. अरे क्या बचा लिया भाई, फिर
4-6.
फिर भी तो मर गए भाई, फिर भी तो मर गए.
Liquid have truly got a grasp on this, and none of the answers quite yet for Fnatic.
ये मैप
like
में
really made much of an
ये मैप में भाई बहुत सोचना पड़ता है रश कैसा करना है कैसा नहीं करना है करके.
Investment of utility there. You can see how keen this is. Going to clear out towards the top side of Tree over by shot. Hello? Okay, Durka, fair enough. I mean, Scream's had a couple. Why don't you get a freebie? So already the player advantage does go towards Fnatic here on this take.
Ring comes back through on Heaven though. Going to find Doma. Durka will dig Link out of hell now, but 2 players already up close here, and actually Mystic nearly gets caught off guard there. It'll be Durka that falls to Cryptix. Magnum will trade that one out.
Spike's not even down.
I was going to say, yeah, Spike not down. Fnatic still with a man advantage, and finally comes through on the back of Boaster.
Ooh. Timing on that crosser. Little squeaky on it, but Spike will be planted out. The double stack playing back in as well. Scream one of them though.
Spike planted.
Yampy on the op. Time being bought. Does he get a glimpse? No. Mystic stays unnoted for now. Boaster back of sight. Still worried about Heaven. Right to be done. And now Mystic does get screamed. That's around pretty much done. Yampy needs to back away again. This is going to turn into a bit of Jame time for those in the know. But Yampy does want to keep that up for the later rounds. Maybe feeling right place, right time.
Ulti निकली but timing नहीं था उसको aim adjust करने का time नहीं था उसने में KJ अपना setup कर चुकी थी aim set कर ली थी उसने अपना
looking like he wants to. Oh no, that's horrible. Right, Op's gone. Good answer found for Fnatic there. And again, these side takes, I don't think.
ये जो jet है ना, TL वाली Liquid की जो jet है ना, भाई वो अच्छा खेलती है. अच्छा खेलता है मतलब बंदा अच्छा खेलता है, but क्या पता perform नहीं कर पा रहा है. या उसके लिए hard हो रहा है game पूरा.
Okay,
we don't talk
we'll
about
come back to that. We'll come back to that later. The sight hit was really good, Lauren. One thing I actually really liked was the poison orb going through to all the way through to glass actually to cover Domas from the shadows, right? And again, anticipating that, you know, maybe if they do rotate Yampy across and Screams like to play very, very close contact on A main. I love that little adjustment there to kind of negate the risk on sending Doma towards the back lines. But just for the record, gonna need to see that Durka in 0.25.
Yampy's seen a pixel out of place there, but it's going to be Link who's going to be receiving the vast majority of this side.
Careful here.
And they've been checking on this. Bose has been putting down utility to clear it. Now
Link को नहीं निकलना चाहिए. Link नहीं निकलना bro, नहीं निकलना.
Link does get flashed out, checked on. Great diligence shown already from Fnatic on this take. Solka has to peel away now, and it should be postured for a retake straight away. You can already see that Fnatic have gateway to the site.
Arrow, dealt with quick enough that Solcast can't find a kill on the way through, so Fnatic keep 5 alive. Blade Storm and the revive, but again, they can't get that revive in one.
Nice one, yaar.
In response to bring it to a 4v4.
Sage ko dega bhai, Sage ko.
Mad flank. Now, Doma is towards Wine, but now position noted on either side. They can just buy time on each other. It's going to be that annoying battle to deal with because they'd love to be able to use this as the first step forward, but Yampy has to get the ult going as well. That op is not going to do it! Say hello to his little friend. Doma's now dead, and here comes the side take. Scream going to lead in towards Boaster. Rez comes in, you called it. Durka and Mystic now just Mystic alive, and they already cleared through the post-plant positioning for the Viper, and the good play back in. This retake from Liquid is brilliant.
भाई ये मैप में लिक्विड ने निकाला है भाई 7/5 का राउंड निकाला है. अब ये लोग अटैकिंग का अगर 2 राउंड भी वेस्ट कर सकते हैं, बट अगर ये लोग भागे तो गए. स्क्रीम देखो भाई 1v 18 किल कैरी कर रहा है बंदा, 18 किल कैरी कर रहा है.
Prong on the fork, so to say, with that game plan. They want to leave him in wine to be the person to play, ultimately to peek onto this defuse. A little bit of an awkward engagement there between Durka and Cryptix, and that results in the res coming through again. Scream secures his own revive. Low HP. And Liquid close out 7-5. A big condition when we talk about
Scream भाई देखो solo carry कर रहा है मैप में.
It's having a stronger side for them again. Attack wise for Liquid.
KJ का एक फायदा है भाई, पूरा mid देख लेगा इसका turret पूरा mid देख लेगा भाई.
Scream gun onto the Sage, but defensively to find more value, so I'd say it looked better at least with him on defense. That's a big tick in the box for me. We'll see how they put it to work here and adjust some of these set pieces.
Mid पूरा खाली है, mid पूरा खाली है.
Poster gets a lot of info off just the audio cues alone on this, but Yampy's already towards the site. Now there is 3 players very close by. And you'll see the commitment off the back. Yampy again going to be kept in check, and he's going to be tagged up brutally on this. 16 HP is no fun for anyone. And the work forward is going to be hard. You can already see Boaster tries to capitalize on the timing, doesn't quite catch it. Soulcast on the punish, but Magnum's still here. You still have players around. Mystic back of sight though, gets checked on. Great take from Liquid here. 4 stand, Spike now planted. No easy play back between Durka and Doma.
Bait कर दिया उसे वहाँ.
Durka going to make use of the Sage wall in B main. Up there, but Liquid will close out the pistol.
Scream भाई बोलता है मेरा wall use करेगा है, चल घर पे.
Scream at 19 and 8 here. Again, we've seen it before, but when he starts stamping his foot down on a map, it's so beautiful to watch. Yeah, nothing invested back in. I guess at least in terms of main weapons. Doma going to throw a Sheriff in. Durka throw a Ghost in, but just utility elsewhere. This time the focus going to be the A site.
Here.
We've heard at least one player cross. Don't know how much info they get off the back of it. Doma tries to follow towards Yampy, who's going to get towards the side, but he adjusts well. Good work between Durka and him to be able to
TL wins. अरे भाई रुको जरा, सबर करो, अभी पूरा राउंड नहीं हुआ है यार. KK Gaming आप थोड़ा सा पेशेंस रख लो भाई, भी पता चल जाएगा कौन जीत रहा है कौन नहीं.
There's plenty of threats around. None of these guns are recoverable yet, but still
this is so quick.
Problems.
This is
There's
so
a
quick
lot
for
of players
Magnum to get
around
to
it.
this spot.
Soulcast tries to find info towards Heaven. Now, Magnum does give away that his position is now in play. Spike is down, and here we go. Can Liquid hold this against what's going to be a bit of a Zerg rush coming back in? Magnum already going to be looking to be able to start this, not afraid to show position. Maybe pull eyes away. There's a dash, comes in, good trade comes out. Durka finding Scream, but Link digs his heels in. Mystic needs it, can't get it. There's the next player, though. Boaster leans further forward. It's all on Link. Just with the pistol by his side, 2 players to find, and he doesn't get it. What a playback through for Fnatic.
Great stuff. Really great. And in fact that Doma and Durka find those first 2 kills. It's a 2-for-1 in their favor, like you said. And Liquid have to put the brakes on. They try and cling on to site control, anticipating that hit coming through from Fnatic. But the whole time, actually, Fnatic just waiting on Magnum to get to that spot towards one. Like I said, he was there so quickly. Again, I have to take a look. Actually, here in the minimap, look where he's already walking, Lauren. Before the hit even comes through. That's on the back of Doma just getting contact on the Cloudburst for them to clear wine. Great stuff from Magnum. Again, you talk bigger picture positionally there. Really, really good stuff for Fnatic to sit back and wait for all that to happen.
Now we've got a bit of a game on our hands, because this is build back economy-wise for Fnatic. They should be able to get a couple more on the board. It looks like probably a timeout's been called in at this point. Not sure who by or if it's technical. We'll find out. However, this gives opportunity, right? So let's say it's 7 to 8. Then you get maybe another buy back in. You're going to have it right on the verge of kind of negating that little bit of an advantage they had on that half switch. So right back into this now.
Never been shown the floating bear. That's one I've not seen on this map. Actually.
This is no. This is the quality you get with
yeah.
Prius, Sapphire, and Yeti. That's why. This is the premium stuff. Oh, it's technical. All right. Podcast time. No, I'm kidding. Hopefully it's a nice and quick one.
Well, why come back to the studio? Let's find some more bears. I mean, if they've been patched in and there's some new bears around the map, but no, so far.
You don't think the observers are working hard enough? Damn, damn, dude.
Yeah, set them a real task. But
कुछ टेक्निकल इशू आ गया भाई पूरे उसमें 8 और 6 स्कोर है एक फैनेटिक जीत चुकी है अगर लिक्विड जीत जाती है राउंड तो भाई सही है यार खेल सकती है नेक्स्ट राउंड खेल सकती है आराम से सेंटिनल्स ने भाई फैनेटिक को बहुत गंदा हराया था भाई 2v0 से हराया था पहला हेवन था सेकंड मैप और पहला मैप कौन सा था एशियंट था शायद वाली मैंने स्ट्रीम नहीं किया भाई भूल गया था मैंने घर पे था मोबाइल पे देख रहा था मैं अपने गेमिंग रूम में नहीं था नहीं तो मैं देखता स्ट्रीम करता उसकी भी अभी फाइनल में सेंटिनल है सेंटिनल का भी मैच बाकी है भाई सेंटिनल को फिर देखेंगे फेवरेट टीम है भाई पूरे वीसीटी वैलोरेंट के मास्टर लीग की मेरी पूरी फेवरेट टीम है सेंटिनल टेंस प्लस सिक भाई गलत गेम होता है भाई वो टेंस और सिक भाई जो बेत करके एक दूसरे को मारते हैं ना यार वो देखने बहुत मस्त लगता है मुझे
Yeah, that's what we're on board for.
What brand do you think? No, we can't talk brands. Avoid that.
No, if there is a chewing gum sponsor out there, you know, let's have that conversation, huh?
DMs are open.
I think Twist in CS had like someone like a company sponsor him. Look, there it is. That's a hand warmer. Don't eat that. But he's having a great time. They seem calm, collected, no problem in that. And Yampy, one of the players who actually threw again, it was the Team Liquid vlogs. If you haven't seen it, make sure you check it out. I mean, it shows how much of an emotional equalizer he is. He's really solid.
I was having this discussion with Jonas yesterday. Actually, shout out Jonas. I know he's watching along today. Will be obviously with Liquid playing in this matchup, but he was saying how obviously having Scream with that kind of LAN experience and being, you know, a seasoned veteran, right? Still a very emotional player, but having that kind of experience, you know, in voice chat, and then having Yampy to be the hype man. It's been such a huge kind of building block for them. Again, we talk about the emotional history of Liquid, how many times we've seen them fall short in these very, I say, arguably favored positions for them and come up short ultimately in series. To have two figures like that on the team is absolutely massive now that we take Valorant to LAN.
Big point, we're back underway. Thank you very much, observers. They found you one. That's the thick bear, just straight up crushing. 6 to 8 though, we're right back into this, and we were kind of talking about the impact of the previous round, and we can kind of almost carry on very conversationally here, because unless something quite miraculous does come through for Liquid on this, it's gonna be a tough round. Now the timing on Durka could be
जीतेगा भाई बता दो, वेट नहीं हो रहा, और भाई सेज कैरिंग ओपी बॉटल से हां भाई सेज बहुत मस्त कैरी कर रही है.
Armor invested for length though.
देख लो भाई कौन जीतेगा, ये तो मैं भी नहीं बता सकता भाई, ये भगवान थोड़ी हूँ जो बता दूं. दोनों टीम बहुत टफ है यार. देख लो कौन जीतेगा, मैं भी उसी का वेट कर रहा हूँ, देख रहा हूँ कौन जीतने वाला है.
Figure out exactly where Durka's repositioned to, and just slowing things down here. Liquid trying to isolate one player at least. Now, no information on the back of that flash, I don't think. At least I didn't see anybody get flashed there. And Yampy's going to creep through.
A little dicey, but no problem yet. Yampy's gone down to Doma. Durka's still feeling like, okay, there's way too many players close to this. Magnum's helping him out on this double stack on short. And I'm looking towards seeing what Link can do here. He's been given a little bit of time to try and snake away. But I think that's been potentially noted. Already, you can see Magnum turning attention towards it. Yeah, he's like, nah, I heard you, but not going to happen. Really well held by Fnatic. No threads to be pulled on for Liquid there. No opportunities really gone.
देख लो guys, 8-7, 8-7. Ascent map पे भाई attacking में फट जाती है यार. Defending इसमें maybe हो जाती है आराम से, but attacking के लिए ना सोचना पड़ता है. पूरा mind strategy अगर team का support नहीं रहा, strategy गलत रही, तो पूरा round जा सकता है. पूरा round जा सकता है.
Perfectly positioned actually for Boaster to be in a... Okay, yeah. Well, obviously I was going to say not as insane as Durka's tap through smoke, but Magnum finding another one as well. But yeah, I'm not sure if anybody in the back line got flashed there, because it looked as if Fnatic just didn't want to stray away from that formation. They were set. They were stuck in position.
I was so ready for that A-take as well. You could see it. Flash in hand, everything. Up short does get the info required, so that could now maybe alleviate Durka to feel a little bit more freedom to make these plays if he wanted to. There is a turret waiting to catch on the other side, but on the other side of this is going to be Yampy trying to lead the way in. He gets denied it. Doma now gets to hold territory. Good utility work coming out from Boaster there, just to quell Yampy's aggression again. And Durka going to be waiting on that cross. If he doesn't get checked on, he's going to get away with murder.
Paranoia as well, but now Yampy's got reinforcements.
अगर जेट अंदर आएगी ना, डर्क ले सकता है उसे. डर्क ले लेगा राइट से. बोला था ना भाई, डर्क ले लेगा.
First headshot comes through, Yampy will fall. Gotta play his life though.
Does, and with that pickup in middle, that's a bit of a problem. This opens up the rest of the map slightly. Keep your eye on the spike and where they want to take this. Soulcast leaning towards A after Cryptix does get a fair crack of control. So for Mystic and Magnum, it's going to be a arduous retake.
Cryptix plant कर सकता है भाई. Plant कर सकता है, अभी तक वो rotate नहीं मारे.
And now confirmation. Spike will be going down. Now we'll have time to set up on this. Now Soulcast does have a fair bit in utility. So does Cryptix actually. So this is going to be hard to find a way back in from Mystic and Magnum. What can you do to try and dig these players out? Both posted towards Hell.
So Mystic's got a lineup to deal with at least one corner here. The Nano Swarm already set up for Heaven as well. We're going to stop that push coming through on the back of the utility getting invested. Magnum actually going to charge to try and close the distance here. Going to find the headshot, but no kill. Cryptix deals with it.
And you can see just the time being bought here. So much utility to work through. Mystic knows he's in all kinds of trouble. A touch on the spike does get one, but Cryptix the time. He's just got to play it. And there's no time left. Mystic, don't think he's going to even get out of there. No. A good
Mystic, crosser on point.
Sketchy, but they kept control.
भाई लेकिन डिफ्यूज नहीं कर पाया.
Yeah, no, nice play from Mystic as well, just to make sure that everything's removed to reset the inventory, I guess, for Liquid on this round. Great setup there. Magnum, unfortunately, again, the headshot comes through. It doesn't do enough there. See, actually, yeah, I mean, on the back of that, Liquid are struggling. They've got the Blade Storm to ride through, but Light Armor's and a Spectre on the board here. And
Dirk is going for a walk. That's pretty brave. He has to get out of there. The spam's coming in. Everyone wants to just try and punish his sort of aggression, but he makes it out with 50 HP for now. But this has all been noted. This has all been read. Magnum, he's going to be no wiser. They're playing right up towards middle. Wait, Yampy's walked past him. What? How's Magnum alive? I don't understand this. Oh, now comes up. They're going to see all of this. This is just chaos in every single way you could imagine. Seekers go down. More confirmation of position. Link now left towards middle. And this is just a weird round.
kills किया यार हाँ भाई
but what on earth
इसमें देखो फिर एमपी ने गलती कर दिया भाई जेट ने वो बंदा कैमरा देख रहा है खड़े रह के और वो डैगर लेके साइट नहीं चेक कर पाई भाई अगर उसको मारती ना इधर पे टीएल जीत जाती थी ये राउंड.
Now finds himself on a 1v5, and one of the players that actually was riding the Spectre into this one, he will be dealt with. The Prime Gaming Flawless from Fanatic, and I gotta say, I don't know what kind of contingency or safety net was in place there to make sure that Magnum doesn't get pushed in mid. We talk about, you know, the way that they play with the Cypher very differently. They set up these traps around the utility off the spy cam. You can see here, he's set up, and like you said, Yampy just walks right past him. I'm not sure what the safety net is.
यहाँ पे देखो भाई जेट ने गलती करा. अगर जेट अगर साइफर को मार के होल्ड करता 2 मिनट, 2 मिनट नहीं मतलब फिर भी थोड़ा टाइम होल्ड करता ना तो खेल जाते राउंड.
Discipline to kind of really full check all these corners in market, and it punishes them.
Look at the pace though, right back into it. Yampy not going to stop for a second. The man just knows where that double
Yampy by team ये भाई जेट है ना
on the way in though.
थ्रो कर रहा है मेरे को तो लग रहा है क्योंकि टीम के साथ खेल ही नहीं रहा भाई. इतना एग्रेसिव घुस रहा पूछो मत. बंदों का रोटेशन तो आन दे भाई. रोटेशन आ जाए तब खेलो.
It's going to be Yampy to deal with that market play back through from Durka and Boaster, but yeah, he's going to get checked on, and that's going to be already a little bit of a problem. Actually trying to get proactive on it, tries to jump across on the peak, but Magnum catching from CT. Still, I guess a spike plant's pretty solid in this for them, and managing to get this far, and a Scream just plays aim training on him, but outgunned drastically. Position noted. This one's a wrap.
A nice little pace change from Liquid. And
खत्म राउंड. हाँ वही तो ना भाई. अगर जेट अगर कॉल देके प्रॉपर अगर बंदों का स्ट्रेटेजी के साथ में या सपोर्ट के साथ में खेले ना तो राउंड खेल सकते हो. इतना एग्रेसिव घुस रहा है, उसका घुसने का कोई मतलब नहीं भाई. वो पूरा राउंड थ्रो हो रहा है. उसके चक्कर वो तो भाई डैश मार के बच जा रहा है. उसके चक्कर में दूसरे बंदे मर.
Let's take a look once it pops back up to see what Liquid have got at their disposal. It's all tied up here, 9 apiece. Yeah, the lockdown, the revive. Nothing else really close yet. Link the closest. Again, this is the sort of round here where I'm expecting Fnatic to maybe switch things up once again. Actually, it's Liquid. They're going to continue with this pace change, yeah.
I guess that ult's a bit of an issue that they can't quite sit.
Guys, channel पे जो भी नहीं हुआ है, please मेरे भाई subscribe कर दो channel को, like कर देना.
Yampy's going to try and crack right into it. Doma
please subscribe कर दो भाई, support दिखाओ अपना.
There is no full back plan beyond this. This is just straight up all in. This is deathmatch time. How does he get 2? How on earth does Magnum get 2 out of that? I have no idea. There's now 2 alive. Soulcast and Scream. The res is there for Scream, but does he want to try and vet?
Excuse me?
He wasn't even in the ult.
Knife round. कैसा होगा अगर यहाँ एक knife round दिखे भाई? Knife round दिखेगा तो भाई बहुत जहर हो जाएगा यार.
These guys
देखने मजा आएगी. मैं तो clip कर लूँगा भाई पूरा round.
This is insane.
I don't even know how. Wait.
Flick देखो भाई, flick देखो. Last वाली flick नहीं लगी
You're
उसकी.
having an absolute laugh.
Check him.
I wish my spray did that. Like, what?
Check him PC. That is all I would say. That is absolutely bonkers from Magnum. And Liquid.
That's so quick.
Wisely so, calling the attack timeout now. I mean, this is again on the back of getting bullied in.
देखो guys, Fnatic ने फिर comeback कर लिया. 10-9 हो गया है. अगर Fnatic जीत जाएगी तो फिर TL सीधा बाहर हो जाएगी यहाँ से. तीसरा राउंड होने ही नहीं वाला भाई.
By a couple of rounds here by Fnatic. That could put the brakes on here. And it's 3 rounds unanswered now. 5-2 on the half.
Again, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Like,
I know someone's going to clip it, so just tweet me it. I want to watch it.
Tweet me a mini montage of the Durka tap through smoke. I want the Mystic tap through the Viper's pit there, and I want the Magnum just like remixed. I want it scrubbed backwards and forwards in slow-mo, because that was absolutely insane.
Oh. Whew.
Now, again, with
Fnatic,
the
bhai,
two rounds
Fnatic
have gone,
always
yes, it was a
OP
safe
hai, bhai.
round. Yes,
Fnatic
then we had the
बहुत
buy
मस्त
round where Liquid tried to double down on that aggression and that tempo they tried to adopt, but here it's tough. I mean, do they continue with that on the round that Fnatic actually do decide to become proactive? They're playing much deeper than you'd usually expect. Again, Fnatic, a team that we'd always accredit for being one of the most proactive in terms of defensive set pieces. This is just really tough for Liquid to break back into this.
The scoreline still sits so close, but you're right, this should be 11 after the back of this. And this was led by Liquid for so long. And then this resurgence of form from Fnatic. Got to make value out of this for Liquid. You can't just let this be another one go by the wayside. And look at that deep hold towards short as well from the defensive side. Magnum and Mystic sitting super deep on this. Making sure there's no threat to be instantly found. The double stack here as well. Great read, just makes me nervous.
Team Liquid की Jet का भाई कोई सेंस ही नहीं बन रहा खेलने का.
No follow up on it.
Oh, Durka, that tracking is so good. Honestly, if this was, you know, a different game, if this was Vacro and Vanguard, I'd be questioning. But right now, these boys are absolutely playing a fire game. The aim is on. You can see Link and Cryptix aren't exactly backing away either. But it is just Link left alive. And I said they had to do some damage. A Judge, it's not what he wanted. If he got a rifle, maybe more could have been had. Or is that Spike not quite to hand either? You have to pick that one up. Try everything you can, and it's get out of there time. See what you can do with this. You got to fight for your life in this.
Get the hell out of Dodge. Already both are gonna close the distance here. 2 members on A site gonna remain now. Link forced to play all the way in Boathouse on back site.
This is everything he's got. He has to play everything on this one. And Fnatic still have utility to play with. They've still got bits and pieces, full rifles, armor's looking pretty on too.
वही ना भाई, ऑफ का शॉट बहुत ट्रैक क्या ही ट्रैक किया भाई, इतना लंबा तक उसने ट्रैकिंग किया है ना, पूरा उसको माउस घुमाना पड़ा होगा.
Coming in, the venom just through the veins though.
3.
How does he go 3?
You have got to be kidding me. Link coming up huge in a 1v3.
I was worried about the
मेरे पास कोई शब्द ही नहीं है भाई बोलने को. मेरे को लग रहा था वो राउंड निकालेगा, बट इतना नहीं लग रहा था कि 3 बंदे नहीं निकाल पाएगा, 4 बंदे नहीं निकाल पाएगा, बट उसने निकाल लिया भाई. जज उसका पूरा वर्क.
Thank you for the slow-mo on this one. A beautiful adjustment there from Durka, but this is insane from Link. I don't even think actually Fnatic are even considering the possibility that it's a Judge he's retrieved from A site. Oh my word, that one brings them right back into this, Laura. Ties things up 10-10.
What a game we have on our hands. Both teams unrelenting. We have ults online for Boaster and Magnum, Scream, and Cryptix. So both of them have some abilities here to work with. We do have the op out as well for Durka. Full rifles
क्या
on
था यार
everyone is
ये
what they
भाई,
need.
ये
This is
जो
the
था
biggest
ना
round, and we have
बहुत
once
ही
again that
गलत
set
लेवल
piece on
का
A
था.
from this defensive
Next
side.
level shit
Very
था भाई
unique.
ये.
Boaster tasked with a lot here. Now with this ult coming
Judge
in, he's
को भाई
already
कभी
outside of it, but this is a
underestimate
comfy
नहीं
side take
करना.
and a
बस
full
ये
retake
बताने
time
के लिए था
basically from
ये.
the very word go.
I think we've seen Fnatic adjust like this on the back of them having the lockdown available a couple of times. That's a nice little combo with the slow orb and the nano swarm there to do a little bit of chip damage there on Boaster. But we've seen Fnatic back up and play like this, anticipating a lockdown execution from Liquid. There's going to be a full 5v5. The Seekers available, invested early on here in the retake.
Magnum's got a lot of space, actually. Good bit of freedom to start with. We've got 3 at the back of site. This is a really deep post-plant hold. Magnum's cleared out 2 already. There's going to be 3 against him. Cryptic, Soulcast, Link, where are you in this one? Everyone at the back to the wall. They're sitting the defuse. Durka ain't going to be moving. And Magnum!
Oh,
what a round to find
God.
form. 4 for him there. Prime Gaming flawless. I cannot believe not a single kill could have been garnered.
Lord, I think this might be one of the best examples of anti-stratting that we could see across this event right here. Again, the readjustment, Boaster to play solo, anticipating this lockdown. And we've seen this Viper set up a couple of times here, but look at the lineups. The wall goes up to isolate back Boathouse. There's 2 lineups with the snake bites to clear behind double and behind default. The paranoia invested. It's pixel perfect.
Cypher गलत खेल गया वीडू गलत खेल गया.
They've been leaning back. They've been anticipating this execution from Liquid so many times, and it comes through, and they're so well equipped for it.
Magnum गलत मार रहा यार.
I'm ready for this one now. Let's
भाई,
go. 11
मेरे
to
को
10.
expect
Both
ही
of these
नहीं है
teams
Magnum
doing
इतना
something
मार रहा
I
भाई.
can't imagine. Durka could be forced
Dark
away from
miss
this
किया.
now. It isn't that same double stack. This is a different
दोनों
look. They've
team
gone
को भाई
away from
Sentinel
that
carry
last
कर
piece,
रही है,
maybe
बताओ.
predicting more of a, I guess, standard approach considering the purchase coming out from Liquid, or just trying to play a little bit more all-encompassing here.
A couple of weapons across the board to deal with, but it's not comfortable whatsoever for Liquid. Durka again going to be posted up in A heaven here. Cryptic's actually opting to face, going to get a tag. Doesn't get traded onto. Domi now got it all to do. Boaster.
Gets another. He's got to know there's someone else around here. He's isolated Link. This is huge work. This could be 12 on the board for Fnatic right here, right now. But there's a rifle with Soulcast, and there's still Scream. If there is Scream alive, there is still a chance, and they're fighting for survival now. This isn't just another map. Fnatic have now pushed the advantage. What can they do? Boaster slowly closing the net as well, just suffocating Liquid in this. And a pause for thought. Durka's got the cross. I don't know how they're going to get through this Boaster. He's creeping around the back line. Scream. That internal clock ticks. He knows it. He does punish Boaster. It's a gateway now. 15 seconds, though. It's a rifle upgrade. They've got to go right here, right now. 10 seconds is all they've got on the cross. Scream needs to make it through. 8 seconds of spikes on the site. Durka wants to deny, though. Finds one. Oh, he's punished Scream, who just showed a little too much leg, and that's going to be the round for Fnatic, no matter which way you cut this.
Insane. You can see Scream just wait so long for Fnatic to fight back in, and they're happy again. I think they read that situation perfectly. No,
लो भाई Fnatic का फिर comeback हो गया. 12-10.
is going to be on. If anything, with the control.
Jet का भाई यहाँ पे scam हो गया. बहुत गंदा scam
Finds
हुआ.
that second kill on Link, and that is massive for Fnatic.
Jet ने 4 kill निकाल के पूरा round निकाली भाई.
Slow this round down. Again, they want Scream to wait out this revive. They want him, that paranoia to
this
build.
Is it. This is what they get to come with into this potential final round. It's 12 to 10. Liquid's tournament life is on the line.
save round है. मुझे नहीं लगता जीत पाएंगे.
Run, but a burst out towards main, and Boaster found one big trade. So Link and Yampy digging deep on this. A quick flash will allow the fallback, and it pauses. Potentially this big
4v3,
springboard
4v3,
moment,
let's
and
go.
those rifles are unrecoverable for now.
Expect Fnatic to defend these.
Critics को जाना चाहिए भाई.
To retrieve them.
Smoke दे भाई वो gun ले
Another
लेगी.
flash going to come through, and again, this is just all information. Fnatic can hold the line as they are for the time being. Boaster actually going to post up in a little off angle here. Aldrome will spot him, but he's still going to get a kill. Yampy
He
tagged
played
up
that
as
so
well.
well on the timing. It's all down to 2 in this moment.
Magnum की
Link and
timing तो
Soulcast
देखो भाई ये बंदा
charged
हमेशा
with the
time
weight
पे
of Liquid
perfect
on
जगह
their
पहुंच
shoulders
जाता
now.
है यार.
Magnum on one side, Boaster on the other.
1v4
There is
1v3
no
नहीं हो
way in.
पाएगा.
There is no further step
Fnatic
forward.
clear
Link
win
is
भाई.
being worked down from every single angle.
33
Utility on top of
HP.
utility. 28 HP. And no matter how bad he wants this, no matter how hard
Mystic मारेगा भाई से.
he
Mystic
just
मारेगा.
wants to get to that site.
मारा. लिया
The
pick.
odds are stacked so
गलत.
heavily
नहीं
against
जाना
him.
चाहिए.
He knows it. No one's
बंदा
giving
पूरे
him any
पोटेंशियल पे खेल रहा है भाई.
quarter here.
पूरे पोटेंशियल पे.
The
लोग टाइम
second
वेस्ट कर
swindle
रहे
down.
हैं.
He's gonna
वाह.
find Magnum. He's given it everything, but I can't
नहीं
imagine a
यार.
better player to close it out for
लॉकडाउन
Fnatic.
लग रहा है
Boaster
पर क्या
to
कर
take
सकते भाई.
Fnatic
मोमोज
forward
खाने का
in
मन कर रहा.
2.
भाई मोमोज खाने का मन कर रहा है. लॉकडाउन लग रहा है पर भाई घर पे बना लो मोमोज. और Fnatic जीत चुकी भाई. घर पे बना लो भाई मोमोज और घर पे ही खा लो. स्क्रीम का भाई मुंह उतरा हुआ है.
And just absolutely insane to see Fnatic back on since this roster change comes through, to see on this uptrend they've had. Again, regionally we look back, and last time they faced, I mean, Liquid bested Fnatic, but right here again, a little bit of a funky map feature that I gotta say was completely unexpected, right, from everyone. But Fnatic right here just showing, again, you do your
काम करो बावला भाई, घर पे मोमोज बना लो और फिर कल आ जाओ फार क्राई की स्ट्रीम देखने 11 o'clock. फार क्राई 3 खेलते कल, आ जाओ, भूलना नहीं.
I guess rounds strung together, but it's just not enough. It's not enough, and Fnatic best them here and eliminate them from Masters 2 Reykjavik.
Fnatic, you can't help but love these boys and the way they're playing right now. Coming into this, they did get bested by Liquid. Came in at the, I guess, arguable disadvantage, but Liquid should be able to keep their heads somewhat held high after this. They've done well, considering we know the route they've had to run to get to this point. It's been a huge trajectory of improvement since Yampi's come on board. It has truly come together for them, but it is time to say goodbye and see how far Fnatic can take this. I think they did the little Liquid clap at the end. I think that was the whole, winning celebration. I think I still prefer the airplane. I think that was still my favorite.
The airplane will go down in history for me as one of the greatest post-game esports celebrations I've ever seen. I mean, I can't wait to see what else they've got up there.
11 बजे रेड करनी है कल. किसको रेड करनी है भाई? किसके घर पे रेड करने वाले हो?
You're right. You can't help but love them. Again, to have this kind of charisma out of game and look this good in game. Durka again today. But I got to make a shout out once again.
Better be Magnum.
Don't be Magnum. I was going to say, don't
what are you saying,
Hypok? But let me finish my sentence. Magnum on the last map was insane. And that's the first time we really see him again, really flip the script on expectations-wise. Coming onto this Cypher, and again, for me, I was looking through him actually be very, very passive. And with this composition change on Ascent in particular, to play kind of
Zoom class,
deeper, right, and make these reactionary plays.
By Zoom class,
him literally leading the charge for Fnatic in that first half. Some of those executions was fantastic to see.
No, I'm with you, and I'm glad we've got to see the kind of step up of the Magnum
content
and,
बनाना.
The combination Doma.
बनाओ भाई, बनाओ.
Have all had their moments to shine, right? And everyone else filling that gap, everyone doing exactly what was required. I'm thoroughly impressed, and I said the same for Liquid when Yampi was brought on board. They did indeed increase in performance. They became so much better as a unit. The same can be said for Fnatic. They made the hard choices, and it's paid off and then some. And it's paid off at LAN, which is the crazy part to me. But still, their run is not over. This is just the start of it. They are on a marathon today. The sprint's completed. They've now got a whole other game to go in towards. So with that in mind, we're going to head to a break. And when the desk is back, they're going to take you through everything we just saw. And I'm sure lead you into
भाई,
that
बहुत
next
मजा
game
आता
that
है
awaits
यार.
for
हाँ भाई,
Fnatic.
मैं देखा हूँ वीडियो 2-3 जन की देखा हूँ YouTube पे. Zoom रेड की वीडियो देखा हूँ. मजा भाई देखने में. वो जो टीचर लोग का जो एक्सप्रेशन रहता है ना भाई, वो गलत लेवल का रहता है. बनाओ भाई, बनाओ. वैसे मैं ये क्या बोलते हैं, कल फार क्राई 3 भी हो रही है, फार क्राई 5 भी मैंने बाय कर रखी है, और फॉरेस्ट भाई बहुत मस्त गेम है. पूरा ओपन वर्ल्ड सर्वाइवल प्लस हॉरर. बहुत मजा आएगी वो गेम देखना भाई खेलने. फॉरेस्ट और मल्टीप्लेयर है. हम दोस्तों के साथ खेलने वाले. मतलब मेरा जो कॉर्ड क्लैन है, नाइट ऑफ डेविल क्लैन जो है मेरा, वो बंदों के साथ मैं खेलने वाला हूँ. देखना गाइस, बहुत मजा आएगी. मेरा भी 490 सब्स हो गए जूम रेड की वजह से भाई. कांग्रेचुलेशन 490 भाई. तुम तो मेरे से कतई आगे निकल गए भाई 390 सब्सक्राइबर पे. नाइस भाई, ऐसी लगे रहो. अचीव कर लो जो तुमको क्या भाई, सब्सक्राइबर 1000 और 4000 वॉच आवर अचीव करना है. जल्दी अचीव कर लो भाई. जूम रेड ओपी करते रहो. क्या बोल रहा है भाई? डिस्कॉर्ड का लिंक अभी तक चेक ठीक नहीं हुआ. मैंने आज ही तो किया था यार। होल्ड 1 मिनट, मैं अभी कर देता हूँ, अभी कर लेता हूँ। अरे सब करेंगे भाई, मेरा दूसरा चैनल है वहाँ और हुआ, और चैनल है वहाँ और हुआ भी, मतलब समझा नहीं। चलो बाय, कल आता हूँ। लो बावला भाई, मैं चैट में डाल दे रहा हूँ, लिंक डाल दे रहा हूँ, आ जाओ। यही है। मैंने डिस्क्रिप्शन में भाई चेंज कर रखी थी, ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है? कहाँ गया? सेव, ठीक हो गया, ठीक है, हो गया बा। ओके, बट तुम मुझे यहाँ बता नहीं रहे। मतलब वहाँ पर 490 हुए हैं? अच्छा अच्छा। यहाँ भी 36 सेकंड का टाइम बता रहा है। जो ज्वाइन हो गया होगा। ओके, ज्वाइन हो गए। कौन सा था? जरा चैट में अपना नाम बताना, टॉक्सिक बिस्टी है क्या?
On, and we have to say goodbye to Team Liquid. But we'll take a look at our.
Okay, मैंने mods बना दिया है, देख लेना.
Not just a tight map, it was a tight series overall.
Thanks भाई mod के लिए. अरे बस क्या भाई, तुमने मेरे लिए इतना किया, मैं तुम्हें mods भी नहीं बना सकता अभी. Thanks for all the love and support, bro.
Match. It was like between Sentinels and Fnatic. It was a 2-0, but when you were watching it, it was actually super intense, and you never knew which.
बस ऐसे ही चैनल पर बने रहना मेरे भाई. बस और भी मैं तुमको जो YouTube पे मॉडरेटर बनाया ना, उसके बाद बहुत फायदे भाई. मैं इतना मैं लिख के देने वाला हूँ, आगे बहुत तुमको फायदा होने वाला है, इतना बस जान लो. जैसे जैसे मैं ग्रो होता जाऊंगा ना, वैसे तुमको भी फायदा है भाई.
Combination where Yampi is on the Killjoy instead of the Jet, and because they won also 2-0, they still did hide the splits from the opponents. From Liquid, it's kind of unlucky, but I feel like they just got outsmarted by Fnatic still, like especially on.
हाँ ठीक है भाई, कल आ जाओ, कल आ जाओ, साथ में करेंगे फार क्राई. थोड़ा गाइड मेरे को खेले हो तो मेरे को थोड़ा गाइड कर देना. मैं अभी खाली डाउनलोड करके रखा है, देखो. मैं अगर बताऊँ ना, मैंने फार क्राई 3 डाउनलोड कर रखा है, बस स्टार्ट नहीं किया, इसे कल ही स्टार्ट करूंगा. अभी मैं जा रहा हूँ बाय करने स्टीम पर फार क्राई 5, देन बाय करूंगा फॉरेस्ट. तुम्हें ये पता चला स्टीम पे ये चल रहा है, स्टीम पर भाई ये चल रहा है, क्या बोलते हैं, सेल चल रहा है. रुको मैं बता दूं, इसकी आवाज कम कर लो एकदम. ओपन वर्ल्ड गेम जितने भी है ना, इसने सारे इनने 80 प्लस 52 पर 80 प्लस 80 या 50% ऑफ कर रखे भाई. देखो मैंने लास्ट लाइव स्ट्रीम में भी बताया था, जो मैंने अभी किया था. विचर मैं सोच रहा था ये गेम बहुत अच्छा है, लेकिन ये 18 प्लस कंटेंट हो जाएगा भाई। इसे मैं ये देखना है भाई, विचर द विचर 3 वाइल्ड हंट। भाई तुम बोलो तो मैं ये बाय कर लूंगा, क्योंकि ये गेम अच्छी है, 18 प्लस कंटेंट है, बट इसमें वो वाले सीन बहुत ही गलत है। विचर 3 की स्ट्रीम चाहिए तो गाइस बताओ। डाइंग लाइट भी मस्त है भाई, ज़ॉम्बी सर्वाइवल गेम है। चलो गाइस, मैच हो चुका है कंप्लीट। मैं करता हुआ अभी स्ट्रीम एंड बाय बाय गाइस। थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग ऑन माय चैनल। एनीथिंग इज फाइन विथ मी। ओके मेरा भाई तुम तो भाई एकदम ही टपक पड़ते हो यार शिवा रंजन। विचर करना है क्या भाई, बता दो। विचर करना है तो मैं विचर कर दूंगा, या डाइंग लाइट बोलो, ज़ॉम्बी हॉरर है, ये सी ऑफ थीव्स ये गेम मेरे को पता नहीं, इसमें सर्वर इशू है, मैच नहीं मिलते जल्दी, तो मैं ये नहीं रख रहा। और ना मेट्रो एक्सोडस नहीं कर रहा भाई। मेट्रो एक्सोडस बहुत मतलब कुछ भी होता है गेम में, नेक्स्ट लेवल है, वो नहीं कर रहा। मैं एक विचर ले लेता हूँ, फॉरेस्ट ले लेता हूँ, और फार क्राई 5 ले लेता हूँ। फार क्राई 3 पड़ी हुई है मेरे पे, फार क्राई 3 कल स्टार्ट करेंगे। गुड नाइट, बाय बाय मेरे भाई। थैंक यू फॉर ऑन बीइंग चैनल। अभी स्ट्रीम में करता हूँ एंड कल मिलते हैं 11 बजे या ऑलमोस्ट 12 बजे, दोनों के बीच में मिलते हैं लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग ऑफ फार क्राई 3। देन उसके बाद करेंगे विचर की भी स्ट्रीम, फिर करेंगे फार क्राई की तो पूरी सीरीज कंप्लीट करने वाला हूँ मैं। देखते रहना, चैनल पर बने रहना गाइस। IC 11 सपोर्ट दिखा दो, और जिसने लाइक नहीं किया चैनल को लाइक कर दो, जिसने सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया गाइस सब्सक्राइब कर दो यार, क्या कर रहे हो, सपोर्ट दिखा दो थोड़ा। चलो गाइस बाय।